Welcome back, everybody, to Sideline Banter, episode 11. If you are only listening, you are not shocked by anything, but if you are a viewer, you will see we have the one, the only Michael J. Kirby as a guest. Finally, the fans have been begging, and here he is finally. We have a great slate ahead of us today to go over, and we are joined by none other than Mike. Mike, what do you think? Excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I mean, it's just because it's like you guys, Joe Rogan, Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah, we have crazy sponsors.
Yeah, I'm just excited to be on the biggest podcast that I know.
Yeah. Well,
it's understandable.
That's us. It's understandable. Don't worry. We'll carry it, but we are more than thrilled to have you with us today because the entertainment you're going to bring is second to none. Ave, what are we thinking?
Michael J's in the building.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Episode 11. You had to wait 11 to get you on, but you're here. You're here, man.
It's what the people want.
Exactly.
Is this starting our guests?
This is the first of many. We have a huge slate of professional athletes, GMs, you name it, we got it. But bigger and better than all of those guests that we could possibly have on is Michael J. So here he is, and he's ready to rock and roll. We know how we start every show, and that, of course, is by kicking it over to Jessica with the news. So, Jessica, how was your week? What are you thinking? And give us some news.
Oh my God, I got so much today. That's great.
Oh no, I feel like it's too much every week.
Let's see. What my week? I don't know. What am I thinking? I also don't know. But I'm gonna start where I already have prepared. Yeah, I already have the news prepared.
That's all we need.
Today is Thursday, which I feel like we need to.
Hump day.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Doesn't know why though.
It's a bit awkward.
One day off. It's not.
Back. Anywho, college football. Did it start tonight?
No,
so week 0 was last week.
Yeah,
this is week 1? Wait, I didn't know there was a week 0.
There's a week 0. So not every team plays in week 0. There's a couple games on. There was one big one in Ireland, actually. But this is week 1. All the heavy hitters are in this week. So it's a fun week coming up.
As we know, you get all your knowledge from Sideline Banter.
Yeah.
And I already learned something new.
Well, you'll never guess what's on the agenda today.
Let me guess. Week 0.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll get there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should look at that one of these days. So week 1, now that I can say that correctly, I have on the screen the North Dakota State versus Colorado game, and it got me thinking. And I was like, well, I'm watching Deion Sanders and his son play. That's super cool. So I'm going to get the juices flowing pretty early here. And I'm going to lay out 4 father-son duos. And I want you guys to tell me or debate who you think the best product will be. Like, which son is actually going to perform the best. My bad.
TikTok effect.
Sorry, for those who are listening, I just hit the camera because I'm Italian.
Gabagool.
Yeah. So which sons do you think are going to be the best product, over 20, I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So we have Deion Sanders, obviously, and his son, LeBron James and Bronny, Tiger Woods and Charlie, and then Vladimir Guerrero and Vladimir Jr.
I have a very strong opinion. I know Mike does for sure, Ski, so he's going to want to pull that mic near him to make sure the crowd can hear. Why don't we just move it back and forth? It's not that loud. So yeah, just to make sure. So like if you're talking, just be here. If Abe's talking, just be there. I think you're going to agree with my list. I don't know if Abe does. I think he will and he never does, but I know Mike will. So for me, number 1 is by far and away Charlie Woods. Number 2, who was the last person you said?
Vladimir.
Number 2 is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Number 3 is Shadir Sanders, and number 4 is Bronny. And honestly, Bronny could be to be a serviceable player in the NBA. Charlie Woods is number 1, not even close. For me, Bronny, I don't think he's bad. I think he could be a serviceable player in the NBA. I just think Sanders might be a starter, which Bronny might never really be, unless he's like, I mean, maybe we'll see, but probably not. And then Vladimir Guerrero is an MVP caliber player, so I don't think Shadir or Bronny will be that. So that's my take. And Charlie could be number 1, obviously. So, thoughts?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You got it. You take the lead, and then I'll chime in.
I am not gonna put Charlie number one because he's so young. You just never really know. And what Vladdy's doing, especially this last half of the season, he's been absolutely ridiculous. He's already a multi-all-star. He's on that.
His numbers are better than Judge in the second half, which is insane.
Yeah, nobody's talking about
Judge is crazy.
Nobody's talking about it. So I'm gonna put Vladdy and Vlad Senior as number one.
Well, are we comboing? No, just how good the Sun's gonna be.
The Sun's gonna be.
Yeah, just how good the Sun's gonna be.
Okay,
but dude, if you're including Tiger Woods, like that makes it worse.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so just
no, but I'm just saying like them as a combo though.
So I'm saying Tiger Woods by himself, if the Sun had cerebral palsy, would be number one. No,
Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
that's
but
crazy.
He's the most winningest player
of those four dads. Like
yeah.
Anyway,
well, I mean, LeBron's up there as well. Right?
You're right,
yeah.
LeBron. So Tiger's so bad.
I don't think even. I mean, not to chime in here, but really this quick. But I don't even think LeBron. I don't think even LeBron compares to Tiger.
But remember I said the thing about the son who
I know, but you were saying if the fathers do account for it at all, then I think Tiger would blow LeBron and Bronny out of the water.
I agree. I think if you take Charlie Woods and Tiger Woods, it makes it even worse. And I still have Charlie Woods above all of the other ones.
To your point of cerebral palsy, I think if Charlie Woods had cerebral palsy,
they'd still be number one.
Yes.
Well, I don't think so.
Wait, everyone hold on. What if I change it to what if it was, now you're going to have to be creative with me, but if it was father-son duo versus father-son duo in their respective sport.
Tiger Woods and Charlie Woods.
Charlie's so good.
He's so good, and Tiger's better than LeBron is at basketball, but LeBron's a GOAT. But, dude, Tiger's a king.
Tiger's my man. Love Tiger.
Yeah.
Can't get enough Tiger.
And Charlie's better than Bronny.
At this age, but you don't really know what he's going to do.
Dude, he's 14.
He's still he hasn't done anything yet, though.
15, 13. 16.
He's 16?
All right. So,
he's older
dude, and I think he's winning stuff.
Is he on, what age did Tiger
Dude, he chirps his dad.
He's playing at an amateur level earlier than Tiger was. And, I mean, I might need to be fact-checked on that, but
No, we don't fact-check.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate. And not only is he competing earlier, he's winning. Like, the other day, I saw a stat that it was a little downhill. I don't think it was that much downwind. But no exaggeration, hit a drive like 337 yards.
Isn't he hitting?
He is 16 years old.
Yeah, it's if we're counting dad too, it's Charlie and Tiger. Are you not agreeing still? I don't understand how you can possibly
the production at Vladdy, what he's doing right now. I just got to see it for
Vladdy
longer.
Senior. I don't think it's on cam, but so we have Messi, Dawkins, Olajuwon, and Vladdy Senior signed here. My favorite baseball player ever. Tiger and LeBron are in a different category than Vladdy Senior.
Yeah.
But I will say Vladdy gets a point up because he pees on his hands.
That's for the calluses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also hit a double off a ball that bounced in the dirt and then went not even into the strike zone. Yeah, he just swung at a ball and he nuked it. But the argument to take Vladdy Jr. over Charlie is better than Vladdy Jr. and Senior over Charlie and Tiger.
I'm just saying because they've done it on a professional level so far. Charlie can do it. He may
because you're really discounting Charlie, I guess. Then
I'm not discounting him, but he's just not old enough. He's not of age yet to see what he really can do. So I understand that he's doing so well on the amateur level, but sometimes it just doesn't translate. I hope it does, and I think it will, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
All right, so then do the rest after the. So who's your bottom two?
I would,
because we have Charlie and Tiger.
Okay, so did I go?
But then I have Vlad.
I think I went Vladdy first, right?
Yeah.
And I will go. So it's Bronny, Charlie, and what's the other one? Oh, Shador.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dion has done more than Vladdy.
Well, if I'm going with all that I'll say, then it'll probably be the opposite of your list. I'll go Shador, and then I'll go Bronny, and then I'll go Charlie. Just because I don't know what he'll do at the professional level.
Bro, Charlie has done more than Bronny already.
We will see, though, at the professional level.
Yeah, but we will see also with Bronny.
Yeah. But, he's there.
It's like saying, Cooper Flag versus Bronny. Who are you taking?
Cooper Flag.
Okay, but neither have played pro.
Yeah, but Cooper Flag's different.
Right, but Charlie is different.
But he's also, 1 year away from being pro. I don't know how long it's going to take for Charlie to turn pro, and also I'm not watching Charlie every single day.
Okay.
But you guys are very high on him, which is cool.
Dude,
but
he's so good, and Bronny's he might not have been drafted if his dad wasn't LeBron.
Yeah. Well, he would have went back to college, though.
And Tiger's better. Oh, whatever. Anyway. What do you think, Jessica?
So the idea is, like, Avery, I really enjoy that you picked everything opposite of Luke.
She does that too all the time.
Yeah, no. So this is not against that. This is like, we are in the year 2045. Who is like the standout of that list?
Nice. Put his feet to the fire. 2045. Who had the best career out of those father-son duo?
Shedeur Sanders.
That's funny. Gary
Lock
Payton
it
Jr.
in.
That's a good one. There's two of them.
There's two juniors?
Yeah, there's two juniors. Yeah,
Gary
Gary Payton
Payton
has two sons named Gary Payton Jr.
Good for him.
What a legend.
Yeah, good for him.
I could see you doing that, Mike.
George,
Yeah.
I would do that.
1,000% doing that.
Yeah, there's a boxer, George something, who...
George Foreman's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
He has 5 George sons.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't
he have like
find
Georgette?
it.
Like, he has like...
His
girl
daughters?
Hold on.
But he has 5 George men, George Juniors.
That is crazy.
GJs. Yeah.
GGJs.
I could see Mike doing that. I'm not even joking.
I think the sport plays a strong factor too. Like, are you discounting sports to an extent to where, like, I mean, I'm a big back, and don't get me wrong, I buy it. I'm a little biased. I think.
What
Goff,
do you mean by big back?
I think Goff.
What do you mean by that?
I think Goff and hockey are like the two hardest sports you could debatably play. So I think that even contributes to Charlie having an even more successful career because it's more impressive what he's doing at such a young age. On top of that, like, just to throw another name on the fire that no one's thinking about is John Daly and John Daly. John Daly's also playing at Arkansas and competing in amateur tournaments. Like, it's super
his son
impressive.
Is good, but Tiger's better than Senior. And
But I take John Daly over Bronny.
I wouldn't. No, yeah, over Bronny, but not over Charlie.
I agree. I'm saying, yeah. I'm just throwing another name in the fire that I would take Johnny Daly Jr. over Bronny James.
And LeBron.
Yes.
Yeah, but LeBron's way better.
But that doesn't play a factor. We're talking about best
that
careers
doesn't take
a
factor, just like the kids who... Yeah, what about Marvin Harrison Jr.? How about them apples?
Yeah.
I did have one that I forgot to add, but I already put football, and that's where my mind went. Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah, I mean,
but
he's cool.
I didn't think it was strong
it's awesome
enough.
That you're pro. That's crazy to be a professional linebacker, but the other guys are like potentially the best at craft.
I would go out on a limb and say Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be he hasn't played an NFL down yet, and I'm going to say the most out of pocket thing. Shocker, going to be a Hall of Famer by the end of his career.
I love it.
Yeah, Ohio State produces incredible wide receivers. His dad is a top 10 wide receiver of all time, and he's a stud. So, yeah. All right.
Great debate, guys.
Yeah, we should probably move on.
Yeah, that's fine. So I saw an interesting article, which usually sparks some interest for me. And you kind of dabbled in the Aaron Judge conversation, especially in his 2024 year, which has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And the article went as far as saying, is Aaron Judge better than Barry Bonds in 2001 and Babe Ruth in 1921? So what I'm going to do is read you off the stats, and I'm going to throw that back your way. So
throw
Judge,
that thing back.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike said the whole back thing, and now it's
stuck in my head.
It's stuck.
Why was he throwing it back? And whatever.
This may, and I'll update my notes, but I think this is pretty accurate for right now, like today. Judge is hitting 333, 51 home runs, and 123 RBIs.
He's up to 129.
Okay, he's on pace for 62 home runs. Bonds in 2001 is a 73 home run season, RBIs 137, batting average 328. Babe Ruth in 1921, which is kind of, Babe Ruth in 1921, so I don't know how we level that, but 168 RBIs, 59 home runs, and batting a 378. I guess the question to help you guys is, will he surpass this? Will he be known as,
I think that Aaron Judge, if the rest of the year goes even close to the way it could, has cemented himself as one of the greatest hitters in the history of baseball. I'm glad you brought up Bonds because I was going to talk about him because I have a funny thing with him. But Judge, his all-time OPS is now over 1,000. Mm-hmm. I think I might have mentioned that here before. Yeah. The only people who are that people know, because otherwise is like in the 1920s, I think was Ruth and Bond. And Ruth is in the 20s also.
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to compare seasons because Barry Bonds has had unbelievable seasons. So I don't know if this one necessarily compares to him. And Bonds won so many MVPs. I think he won 7. So to say he's the best is tough because Judge is having a Barry Bonds year. But the reason it's called a Barry Bonds year is because Barry Bonds did it a lot. Shohei Ohtani might be the first person to ever get a 50-50 season, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. Yeah. And statistically, as far as OPS and WAR are concerned, which are relatively good metrics to kind of do overall offense or defense, he is on par with Barry Bonds' 11th best season. Barry Bonds alone, not all-time people ever. Yeah. And it's going to be the first ever 50-50 season. So Bonds maybe wasn't swiping, but he was in the beginning of his career swiping bags. But how good he was at hitting and producing, Ohtani still can't even catch up to, and he's having a historic year. So Judge maybe having a better season than Ohtani, but that season's crazy. And so I can't imagine that Judge is better than all of the rest of Bonds' season. So it's tough to ever compare someone to Barry Bonds.
So here's what I want to ask. I want to know what is the walk ratio, because I feel like Aaron Jones, even though the pitchers aren't throwing him strikes, they're not really walking him. They're just...
Well, you're not going to compare it to Bonds.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they just intentionally walk Bonds every single time he came up the bat.
They definitely aren't throwing Judge strikes. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That being said, nobody got walked more. Barry Bonds got intentionally walked with the bases loaded.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so incredible to watch, because I appreciate you bringing that note up, because when you watch baseball, you don't understand Bryce Harper, these hitters are not getting anything to hit. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they are it
means that the pitcher made one mistake and they hit it every.
Yeah,
you have 65
every single time.
home runs in your Aaron Judge. They're pitching to you. He doesn't have that much. Soto's crushing it. Because, he's great, but you can relate to this. They can't just walk him because Judge is behind him. Yeah. But behind Judge is Wells. And Wells is good, but Judge doesn't have that much protection. Even Harper has better protection with Bohm than Judge does. Mm-hmm. So, Judge really doesn't need to see a strike. They'll walk him all day. And he's just oops, you accidentally threw a strike and I hit a home run. It's unbelievable. It's really crazy. Still can't compare it to how much Bonds got walked, though. That dude, the clips you've seen, I
just want to know the numbers, Barry Bonds, what was his most walks in the season, and what is Aaron Judge on pace for to do this season?
I think he has more walks than franchises have ever.
Broke his own record walking 232 times in 2004.
He could come back and strike out 400 times in a row and still have a better on base percentage than Babe Ruth because he walked so much. Mm-hmm. And Babe Ruth was playing against nobody and he was the GOAT. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how good Bonds was. But we'll talk about Judge when we get to MLB.
Yeah.
But it's to be fair, it's unreal what he's doing.
It's unreal. Yeah, it's a great question, but Barry Bonds is just so hard to compare him to anybody.
You got nothing, brother?
No, I think if you're comparing all three of those seasons, that's what I was going to say is I think if we're only talking those 3 seasons out of those 3 players, right? If you're only talking those, it's got to go Bonds, Judge, Babe Ruth.
I agree.
Yeah. And I don't want to discredit Babe Ruth, but
no black guys yet.
Not even just that. Who's he competing against? Catfish Hunter, who's thrown 9 innings the day before, and then he's going back and throwing 9 innings again.
He's
not to be that guy.
The pitcher's Pee Wee Reese and Curly Moe.
Their arms are also. Oh
yeah!
Their arms are done.
370 innings a year.
Yeah,
they average 8.5.
And they're throwing 80 miles. They're Jamie Moyer on the mound.
Yeah,
it's not to be that guy, but
I will say I saw a documentary called Fastball. Highly recommend. And they used to clock it behind the catcher or at the catcher, and there's actually a huge amount of velocity. I remember pitching. The radar gun. fairly standard. People know what that looks like. So, but you might not have ever been behind one, or have you? So there's a big number that shows up, and then there's another number in the corner. And the big number is the velocity out of the hand, and the small number is the velocity 60 feet later. And I've thrown like a 91 mile an hour fastball that, boom, 91, big numbers, and it crosses the plate at like 83. So there's a chance that, like, I think even Nolan Ryan was in an era where they were clocking it at the plate. And so people are going back and they're saying, like, no wonder he was so dominant. Everyone thought he was throwing like 97, 99, 100, which is still crazy for that era. But they think he was actually now throwing like 102, 103, 104 because they were still clocking it at the plate. Mm. So you're probably right. You're definitely right. The talent was worse, but they might not have been throwing 80 like we think they were. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I also think 72 home runs, and Jessica, I'm sorry, what'd you say? 378 average? Like,
no, that was Bonds.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think. No, not
he was juicing worse than Alex.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. I think he got cooked.
No, I don't think so, right? Because that's why he's on like the broadcast and everything now too, which I love. I'm all for it. Get him on it.
Yeah, he's cool.
I mean, great guy. He probably did it, but like he never officially was.
I'm also all for it. Just wanted to get that.
I'm not all for it, but
give me Mark McGwire
for baseball. Give me Sammy Sosa. Or any sport.
You guys talked about this in the last pod, so I don't want to touch on it too much because I agree.
No, I know we got comments. They said you guys talked about this. We want Mike's take.
So, well, like Abe said, like MMA, boxing.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
Like,
but baseball, like I'm almost okay with it too because it's hard to hit a baseball. Alex Arcangeli is so strong. I don't know that he could hit my fastball. It's like hard to hit. It's like hard to swing. It's like biomechanics. So like Bonds hitting all those bombs, steroids definitely help. Like, cause he's so strong, but like, it's hard to hit a baseball, and he hit like 370. Like, he's really good at the game too.
Just to one up you really quick, I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's like,
if you're gonna one up me, don't say it.
No, it's your fastball. No, think about it like this: any one of our friends trying to hit your fastball, miss, you throw them at curveballs second pitch. They're lost. Like, that's to your point.
I didn't mean to pick on you, Alex. Mike's trying to...
No, I'm saying I said any one of our friends. I didn't even say Alex.
That's what I mean. I said Alex, and you're like anybody.
Yeah, it's my guy. I love him.
Yeah, sorry, Alex.
Shout out Alex.
He listens. He commented on the draft. He said Jessica outdrafted Ave.
He's crazy. Yeah, I did have a poor performance.
We're gonna have a post out there so people can actually vote, but Jessica, we've been waiting. Anyway, I think we said enough. We're still in the news. I can't believe it. So, Jessica, share your thoughts if you want, but otherwise, what else you got?
No, I think it was a good conversation. Like the Babe Ruth topic reminds me of like when everyone would argue against LeBron James, like put LeBron James back with like Wilt Chamberlain, like what happens?
He would cook their ass.
Yeah, and you can say that the same thing, right, for Babe Ruth.
I think Babe Ruth would be all right, actually.
Okay, then let's change it a little bit. Who would you say right now is the best pitcher in the MLB?
I'll just say Zach Wheeler, but probably Scooble. But Zach Wheeler, I know him better. So.
Oh my God, you just said like two.
Sorry, I panicked.
Which, Zach Wheeler?
Wheeler, sure.
Does Babe Ruth hit as many home runs against Zach Wheeler? Okay.
That's 250.
Yeah, but like he could play in the MLB. You know?
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Batting 250 is not a bad average.
And Wilt could definitely play in the NBA, but he'd never score 100.
But Wilt was like 10 feet tall. 100.
Yes, when there was no rules, and when there was no 3 seconds in the lane, and when he was 7 foot and he played against Joe Palmer from Liquidation Plumbing down the street.
Yeah.
There's also no video of it, and I keep on saying
that guy.
I like that one.
1904. It's like the 1904 Olympics. They have this on film. It's like black and white, but it's there. But you don't see any clips from Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. What's going on here?
This is a farce.
Were we actually on the moon?
No.
All right.
Anybody know about the Anunnaki?
Not that time, at least.
Does anyone want to know about the Anunnaki?
Maybe later.
I can't even pronounce that.
Yeah. All right. That's another podcast.
That'll close up my news segment.
Wants to learn about the Anunnaki, Jessica and I have another podcast.
It's called Late Night Talks that no one wants to listen to.
No one wants to listen.
Yeah.
All right. What's next on the news?
That's going to wrap up my news.
Oh, huge. Great job, Jessica. Great job. Round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. So that takes us into the official agenda. And first on the agenda, we don't want Mike to see because we want his raw emotion here. So that's why if I'm ever weird, like blocking something, that's what's going on. The first
sneaky.
The first sports organization that is on the agenda is the National Football League. And it's going to be a little bit vague. I think actually, Abe, if you're looking at it, we should go B, C, and then A, and then D.
Okay.
All right, because like quick news stuff, some jargon, and then a big one.
He really doesn't want to see. He's an
honest
guy.
Does not want to see that.
He's an honest guy.
Yeah. So CeeDee Lamb signs a 4-year, $136 million extension. Actually, another one because right before this, actually our scout and best resource Mike let us know that Brandon Ayuk signed for what 4 years, 120. So 4 years, 120. And so those are two big contracts. Those have been off-season drama between those two teams. Abe, I'll say, and Mike, and whoever cares, I'm not overly surprised. Definitely more surprised with Ayuk staying in San Francisco than I am CD in Dallas. But I think if I had to put money on it, those are probably the two outcomes that I would have expected. Did you think otherwise?
No, I thought they were going to get paid. It's a shame that it took so long. We're a week out before the season starts for them to get on the field. But I like it for Dallas because CeeDee Lamb's a little bit cold coming into the season. So hopefully he starts off a little slow and Dallas has some repercussions from that. But I'm glad to see him get paid. And let's see how he performs in the season.
Yeah, I made him a part of our thumbnail for that last episode's post. I apologize sincerely, but you took him second overall in the draft, so I had to. So I'm just going to blame you for that one.
We also love clickbait out here.
No, you didn't. You did not.
I took that, yeah.
You said you're going to do everything the opposit of what I said.
Lamb,
I took CD?
Yeah.
Oh, I got CD. Let's
go. I thought you were messing with him.
Yeah, I thought you were too.
I got a bad memory.
Yeah. Mike, any surprises there? I mean, you're an NFL guy. I feel like that was to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely expect them both to stay with their teams, right? But the thing that I guess that what you said was you were more surprised by the Brandon Ayuk signing.
Yeah. I
actually would disagree with that because San Fran is such a big win now mode, right? So like if they're going to let him go,
so
and
is
like
Dallas.
Not as much as San Fran.
People have Dallas over the Birds this year.
Yeah, but not over San Fran. That's my point, right? So like even for example, like you trade, just for example purposes, you trade Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland for Amari Cooper and picks, right? You get worse. Like Amari Cooper's great.
So you're saying San Fran had to keep Ayuk?
Yes, if they want to compete with the top teams of the NFC.
Because they'd have had to trade him for like a serious weapon, and like other teams, nobody does that.
Exactly. You're going to get picks, and it's like
it's not fantasy football.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but Dallas thinks they're in win now mode. Like I think most reports I've seen have them number one, but also I just felt like Ayuk was more inclined to be like, "Hey, I'm interested to leave," and CD was like, "Dude, Jerry, just pay me."
I will say I'm out on Brandon Ayuk. I am.
Oh, really? I'm not.
Oh, no. After all this stuff that, like, I want out. Oh, I'll give you more money at New England. I'll give you more money at Cleveland. I could not. But it's just, that's me.
Especially because, like, the Niners were respectful.
And they're like, hey, we're going to give you a bag.
And he was like,
you'll give you a bag and win. And he's like, oh, no, I want to go out and I want more money. And then he didn't want to go there because he wasn't going to win. So it's like.
I mean, you can. So you're out on him as a human.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, two signings, both relatively dramatic in the offseason. They both had back and forth with their front office, but ultimately stayed with their team. Signed for huge money, over $30 million. So pretty nuts. Good for them. Next. Jacoby Brissett named a starter for the Patriots. A lot of people drafting Drake May, particularly in dynasty drafts. I guess it's fine because I don't think anybody expected him to start in their dynasty drafts. But fantasy football aside, it was a pretty high draft pick to not start. But it's very Patriot of them to, want to start the best quarterback. And from my perspective, Jacoby Brissett's a professional player. Like He's proven, like, I don't know if he's going to go win a Super Bowl, but I don't know. He's not going to go win a Super Bowl.
Especially with this team.
Yeah. But, well, no, obviously not with this team. But, like, he's more than he's like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's a solid guy for sure. He's what he's going to do.
Not as good as Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's like he has a spot in the league for sure. So
Definitely.
The fact that he's starting over a rookie is like, all right.
And he's been in this organization, the Patriots, for a couple of years as well, so he knows the system. I know it's a new coach, but like he knows how the Patriots operate. So like it made sense for him to take that starting position. And also, I like sitting your rookies, have them take like a redshirt year. Football is a hard sport, so it's like. They need some time
into it, or you think he just outperformed him?
A little bit. I
think it's convenient.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I think it's more of it's convenient though. Like I think Brissett probably outperformed Drake May, but the Patriots were inclined to be like, whatever. Like
you can sit for a couple
we're not going
to
win anyway,
yeah.
So just like learn a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't mind redshirt years in the NFL. Like it's a tough game. These are grown men. You learn the system, learn how to play for a year or two from a solid quarterback.
They thought
solid
Rodgers
guy.
was a bust, and he's a beast.
Bryce Love was the same
Love
thing.
was a bust, and he's really
even
really
Mahomes
good.
sat behind Alex Smith for a couple. Like it's a good thing in the NFL to sit behind a good quarterback and learn that system.
Yeah, it still like rubs me the wrong way somehow, but I don't know. It works a lot.
I think Drake May looked phenomenal in preseason. I actually think. I don't want to be this guy who comes on and just disagrees. But I think
like all you know how to do.
I think even the players like Drake May, Jacoby Brissett aside, I think even the players looked more invested. The players looked more electrified. The players looked more energized. Everyone just generally looked more invested when Drake May was in preseason. I think Jacoby Brissett, and I apologize for going on my phone real quick. I was just curious.
No, this is a phone-friendly
sacrificial lamb. Absolute sacrificial lamb. I think just
you think they really want to redshirt him purposefully?
Yes, and I think looking at it, Drake May starts by week 9. You ready for this? Cincinnati week 1, Seattle week 2, Jets week 3, San Fran week 4, Miami week 5, Houston week 6.
What is the point you're making? Because he's going to get cooked.
That's what I'm saying. At Jacksonville week 7.
Oh! Jets, I thought we started in week 9.
Jets week 8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Drake May starts week 9 against Tennessee, and then he gets week 9 Tennessee, Chicago, Rams, Miami, Indy, Arizona, Buffalo.
Nostradamus, Mike Stradamus out here.
In my opinion, I think he's a sacrificial lamb. Jacoby Brissett, it's hey, like you said, we're not going to win anyway. Go out there.
Be your serviceable self.
And do not kill our...
If you win 3 or 4 games, we're super happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are so grateful.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying, and I don't disagree at all. I personally didn't take it that far, but I think, long story short, they're happy to start Jacoby Brissett.
Especially when you got to play Jets in the...
Twice
in the first 8 weeks.
Yeah, that division.
I think they have
Quinn Williams
by
body
far
slams.
The worst.
I think they have the toughest schedule in the NFL coming
because
into the
that
season.
division's so good.
Yeah,
You're gonna play Bills
Jets,
twice. Yeah,
and Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a lot of L's right there.
And Dolphins is such an underrated defense.
Oh yeah,
such an underrated.
And the
defense.
offense isn't underrated,
High
but
flying,
it's rated highly as it should be.
Yeah,
it's All right. So a couple of news breaking things we went over. I think we got our take on that. Jessica, did you have any opinion, or do we want to? You'll definitely be a part of the next segment. So, do you have any takes on the hot moves this offseason, or are you happy with what we shared?
I'm like so happy with what you shared.
Awesome.
It's crazy. You all just said exactly what I was thinking. Even Mike somehow. My mind was like, wait, maybe not. And then Mike came in. I was like,
nothing new. Nothing new. We always
no. Usually we leave something out. She's got to pick up for it. But here you are.
But her and I always agree. That's what
exactly.
I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right then. This is a little bit more fun, and you'll definitely be a part of this. So focus up. We're gonna go through 2 or 3 each, probably 2 since Mike's joining. Just like, or maybe even 1, like our favorite storyline or whatever we're excited to watch this season. Since I thought of it, I'm gonna cheat and go first so that no one can steal mine.
NFL only.
It's gonna be so easy.
Yeah, just for the NFL. Just like a new thing we're excited for. I'm not gonna go hometown hoops, Avon. I know you always cheat and go hometown hoops, so you can have
there's
hometown
a layup
hoops.
in here.
I'm not going hometown hoops.
No, but there's a layup in here outside of the hometown.
Okay. Well, I don't. I feel like you're not gonna go where I go, but I think what I'm most excited about this year are 2 offenses. One, the Atlanta Falcons, I think the pieces they put together make for a very potentially explosive offense, but they have not proven it. And I feel like they've done the opposite. They've put great talent on the field and looked embarrassing while doing it. And then, but this year they have a new coach. They have Kirk Cousins coming in, who's a veteran who can really sling that thing, as they would say. So I just think that like if he can command that offense, those weapons, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson can be like. I just think they can be very, very dangerous. So I'm excited to see how that comes to fruition because they haven't proven it, but they should. And then the other one is the Houston Texans offense. C.J. Stroud was an incredible rookie quarterback. I want to see how Mixon does there. I feel like people are always not low on him, but lower than he always overperforms what people think he's going to do. And he's very reliable. And then obviously that wide receiver trio of Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell is pretty nuts. People are like out on Diggs, like as far as fantasy is concerned, especially dynasty. Maybe not in redraft, but like I think that's maybe reasonable because like the way touches go for fantasy football, like maybe all three of them are somewhat dangerous. But in real life, like in real life football, I just want to win the game. Yeah. Dude, if my receivers are Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell, I'm juiced up. I'm so happy.
And they still have Noah Brown on the bench too.
No, they just cut him actually.
Did they cut him?
Yeah, so like I know in fantasy football people are like steering away from Diggs maybe, or like his ADP is dropping because he used to be like a first round, second round pick. Yeah, but
that's all it is.
Yeah, no, I've heard I have cousins that grew up playing football against him in Maryland, and he's a dickhead. He's not cool, but he's very talented. So I just think like in real life football, that offense is happy. They don't care about fantasy. No. They're happy that they have three legitimate weapons and. Those are my two things this season. Whoever wants next can go, or if you want to comment on that, feel free. But those are the two things I'm excited to watch this season of football.
I'll go next. All
right, Dave.
I'm going next. Actually, I'm going now.
All right,
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go for the three-peat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
The three-peat.
Think about that.
It's out there. You know, I think nobody's done it in the NFL yet. So that's something definitely to look out for.
Do you think they can?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got the best football player I've ever seen in my life.
Who?
Travis Kelce.
Taylor Swift.
Patrick Mahomes is the best football. Like he's the highest level of football I've seen in my lifetime has come from Mahomes. The plays he makes, insane. He's just I understand what people felt like watching Jordan back in the 90s. This is what I feel with Patrick Mahomes.
So like, what's the difference between him and Brady? Because that was our childhood and our adulthood.
I just think that like the sheer plays that he makes, like he'll scramble, he's flashy, he'll make the craziest play you'll ever seen, and it happens every single time you need a clutch play. Yeah, and the offense that he plays with, the weapons that he has, like it's insane. I've never seen anything like this in football, and I think he continues that this year, and they have a really good chance to go for a three-peat this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for Big Red if the Birds aren't winning.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. For sure.
AFC, I'm rooting for them, and I hope they lose against the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What?
So I only have that thing.
No, that's good.
No, I heard it wrong.
That's all I got.
Thanks for sharing.
Michael J, what you got?
Mike and Jessica, do you guys want to wrestle to see who goes first? Or
Yeah, Jessica, you got it. I'll end it
you can compromise?
All right. Well, that's an interesting question. I think that something that I saw that was really cool is how this year's rookie QBs are kind of historic. And the last time that they had like 6 rookie QBs taken in the draft was in 1983. Who were they, trivia?
In the first one.
Randall Cunningham.
Wrong.
1983?
Yeah.
No.
Joe Montana.
That's so long. It is. It's like the Steve Young, Joe Montana.
It is John Elway, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly.
That's 3.
That's why I said 3. I'm just giving you...
Yeah, you definitely said 6.
No, 6. Whatever, doesn't matter. There are...
Matters little.
I think they were just saying, like, I was trying to pull up a stat. And I think they're saying, like, in this draft, here was the 3 that stood out the last time there was 6, like there was this year.
Gotcha.
But the purpose of me bringing that up was because this year there's 3 rookie quarterbacks that are actually set to go in week 1. What are you guys looking at?
Alex.
Oh, yeah, Alex did just scream. I didn't know if anyone heard that. He does that sometimes. He's like Buddy. He just needs to, like, you know, like the meow, attention.
Just text him what I would say.
No.
Absolutely not.
Go ahead. You guys keep going. I'm going to call him. See if he's good.
Yeah. So we have Caleb Williams with the Bears, Jaden Daniels. I don't know who he's with. And then Bo Nix.
Jaden Daniels is with the Commanders. Bo Nix is with the Broncos.
Bo Nix is a dog.
Yeah, so I think...
He's been hooping, and he's actually younger than I thought he was.
So good.
Yeah,
he doesn't turn the ball over.
But isn't that, like, exciting? Like, there's, like, these
Super
new,
exciting.
like, quarterbacks coming in, especially when you have, like, Aaron Rodgers is coming, like...
He's on his way out, yeah.
He's making this, like, we'll see what he can do. Oh, my God. What is...
He was just watching highlights, and he got juiced up.
I think he just wanted to be heard.
I thought there was a robber. He's really jealous of Mike
He's
right
super
now.
jealous he's not in here right now.
Yeah, but you know what? He probably won't even listen to this, so he doesn't deserve it the way Mike deserves
exactly.
it. The only other
Should we
person
invite-
that could have been here is
Juancho.
Yeah.
Should we invite Alex in
I was
here?
going to actually shout out Juancho in the beginning, but then
You shout him
Here we
out.
go. He's going to hear it.
To back your point, Jessica, like the 2... I mean, if you're...
No, please back my
Sorry,
point.
you good if I chime in here?
Yeah.
The 2 that I would say is, I'm actually surprised you both didn't say it, is, I mean, for me, it's got to be the Bears. I mean, Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, then even DeAndre Swift in the backfield. And then you got Caleb Williams, who just, like, look like... I do think people watch the highlights a lot, where he looked great in the highlights. He did have a lot of 3 and outs, but it's preseason, right? Like,
I thought he looked good.
I'm not a big fan of any guy that paints his nails. I think that he could get hurt pretty easily. Nor am I a fan of my leader crying on my mom's shoulder
in a middle of the season game.
Yeah, which I've been very boisterous to you guys, but I think that offense could just be absolutely explosive, especially like. DeAndre Swift in that backfield is so slept on, especially with even.
I think he's going to be lethal.
One up, even Khalil Herbert's still there, like who's also a great 2.
Yeah,
great RB2.
One of the best 2s.
And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hometown any day of the week. I think Devontae Smith is going to be unreal.
Really, Mike? Because my betting ears are listening to you.
I think Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith.
Hold on, Mike. It's my podcast. Next week starts Jessica's parlays of the week, so you're gonna have to start.
I can't wait to just hammer him with her.
Yeah.
Anyway, I might have Mike be my acquaintance.
You can call him and he can chime in with the betting stuff every week.
I'm all for it. I'm always a hot call away. But I think Devontae Smith's going to be a dog this year. An absolute beast. I also have a fun fact, actually. So I just think this offensive line is just nuts. I think it's so good. And I think, just like a little fun fact, Saquon literally, so last year on the Giants, he led the league in yards, getting literally touched by...
Yards after contact.
Yes, exactly. Like, people trying to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage and him gaining more yards.
So he's pro touch. He
loves touch.
He gets touch and gets better.
Exactly.
Post touch.
Yeah, he gets off on post touch.
Whoa.
Wow.
Some would say.
Good man.
DeAndre Swift led the league in yards before being touched. So, like, getting past the line of scrimmage and then being touched.
Do you think that's more Swift or more Eagles O-line?
I think that Eagles line is just... I think it's top 2, and I don't think it's 2. I think that it's just a beast of a line, and I think between all that...
So you think it's the O-line?
I think it's... Yeah, but...
Swift is good. I'm not saying you're saying Swift is bad. I'm just saying you think the yards pre-touch is due to the Eagles' offensive line.
Correct.
And therefore...
And the talent post-touch is
all
Saquon.
Right, so he could lead the league in pre and post touch
with the pickup of Jahan Dotson. I just don't know. I don't know who you guard. Like, do you play man? I think you have to play zone because CB1 doesn't guard AJ Brown. Mm-hmm. CB2 you're not covering skinny Batman in the CB2. I mean, he's better than any CB2 that's going to guard him. And even with speed on the outside, Jahan Dotson, CB3 on him, I mean, it's got to be a mismatch to some extent, even if it's just a streak up the field just because of the speed out there.
I was super juiced about Jahan Dotson, and I think I still am, but I have seen some reports that was like he just wasn't competing. Like, they traded him in division for a reason. Like, he wasn't doing that well. But I thought he was always highly scouted, highly rated. Like, what I mean, the Commanders' offense has been a joke ever since he's been in the NFL, and I thought he was good. But I've recently seen reports that he's not. I don't know if it's just so the Eagles look worse or what, but I mean,
he had one of the best rookie years statistically wise on the Commanders. Like, not just on like a great offensive team.
Right.
I don't even know. Not even Sam Howell. Who did he even do it with? Was it Jacoby Brissett? Like,
no, I think it was Sam Howell.
No, because Sam Howell started last year. That wasn't his rookie year.
It wasn't Heineke either.
It might have been Heineke. Okay. Exactly. Point proven. Like, who's not even a starter in the NFL. Like, it's insane. Like, Desmond Ridder started over Taylor Heineke, and Jahan Dotson still had one of the best rookie years statistically wise.
All right, then I'm rejuiced. I was juiced. My juice was squeezed. I'm rejuiced.
And I just love squeezing your juices.
No,
oh my God.
You're actually you're juicing my box, and I'm full again. Actually,
I feel like we can continue to go down that journey, but Mike, I really, really am fascinated by your Eagles take. And now let's continue on our storyline. Could we have a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl when, Avery, we ruin the Chiefs three-peat?
I'm here for it.
I'm
absolutely here for that. They got us a couple years back, and we want that get back. It'd be a hell of a story.
Yeah,
that'd be one hell of a bet.
I'm all in for it. And I love not having Son Reddick not to complain anymore.
We should run a futures bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think we have
futures bet to lead off.
I think we can do an MLB futures bet, even though it's very close. Might be not a futures.
I think we should do a bet as a trio or a quadrant, depending on how much Mike enjoys this experience, where we pick the division winners of each thing in a parlay, and we put some money on it. Dude, I saw a bet. Hold on. I screenshotted it for
That was
everybody.
me signing it because
Yeah.
I'm down.
That would be fun.
Should we put our money together and do a really fun big bet?
You're very controversial, Mike. I don't think we would agree eventually.
I think we agreed a lot tonight.
All right, hold on. Ready? $100. This bet pays $1 million.
Yeah, what is
I already
it?
love the first
Let me
one.
tell me it.
Dude.
Say it.
You don't know this? All right, we got another guest here. We'll disclose that later. Yeah, got another brother in the house for Abe. Dude, this $100 bet pays $1 million. So you can put 10 on it if you want, but open your ears.
Say it.
MVP Jordan Love.
Okay.
Offensive Player of the Year.
I don't like that.
Tyreek Hill. Defensive Player of the Year TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year Caleb Williams. Defensive Rookie of the Year Dallas Turner. Let me tell you why I love it. First of all, 100 to win $1 million is crazy. Secondly, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year are all who like the number one option.
And Steelers' defense needs to step up too.
Well,
so you just like the bet itself.
I'm almost done. Tyreek Hill could have won last year, but McCaffrey did. So he'll probably win this year if he has another great year. And then TJ Watt, Caleb Williams, and Dallas Turner are all like quote unquote the best at that award. And then MVP Jordan Love, he's probably
stretch.
It's a stretch. He's probably not number one.
Yeah,
However, the last 8 weeks of the season, he played as one of the best quarterbacks. I would argue that Jordan Love is a top 5 candidate for MVP this year, and therefore $100 to win $1 million. 4 out of the 5 are the number one candidate, and one is a top 5. Dude, is that not? Am I stupid?
It's not that crazy because I think Green Bay is going to be really, really good this year, and they'll have a really good season.
So the bet is crazy. 100 to win $1 million.
Yeah, the odds have to be.
It's always going to be crazy. But I'm saying Jordan Love's the only person that I don't love in this bet.
Yeah, of course. And yes, but my point is, you don't love one part of a 5-leg parlay. That pays out $1 million for $100, and the part you don't love, some of us have agreed, is a potential.
I agree. It's a potential
that happens.
I think he doesn't put up the numbers. I think Green Bay will be good, but I don't think he puts up MVP numbers.
Dude, you look up his numbers the last 8 games of last year, dude. I'm not saying he's not even the front leading candidate.
Who's the running back?
Josh Jacobs.
I'm actually more hesitant. This might be unpopular, but defensive player of the year. I think Myles Garrett could give him a run for his money.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
for sure. TJ Watt should have got it last year too, and he didn't. So I
don't disagree with that, and that's why I love the Tyreek Hill side, because Tyreek Hill should have won it over Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion. And I also think Jordan Love, he's 9th in QBR last year. He only had realistically a great 8 games. Like, he's finally finding his groove, and that offense is only going to get better. Jaden Reed, it's his second year in the NFL. He's only going to take that sophomore jump. Christian Watson, it's his 3rd year. If he's healthy,
and Romeo, they're all good.
I'm getting there. Like, they're only taking their jumps. And also, people forget about Luke Musgrave. He is a stud tight end.
So we're all taking the bet.
I'm hammering it.
Even 10. What's the math? I had too many beers, but like 100 to win $1 million means 10 gets you what? 100,000?
Yeah, let's do it.
What?
Let's put 1,000.
Let's do it right now, live on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Do it right now.
Crazy.
I'll do it right now. Who wants to send me their money?
I couldn't back you. I couldn't back you anymore on it.
I will, if whoever wants to start,
send me that screenshot. I'm curious what the odds are right now.
We're locked in here, so like continue participating in the podcast. But once we move on and you feel like you're not participating, make this bet.
Knowing I'm doing it, I might put more on.
I'm texting it too. Yeah, put however much you want, and whoever wants in will
put the mortgage.
That'll pay my mortgage.
I'm airdropping it to you. Stop. What are you doing?
You keep throwing your hand out to me. I don't know.
I'm trying to say like I'm sending it. Sending it.
All right. My bad.
All right. I sent it.
It does depend which platform they're using.
Okay. All right. Don't read this.
Yeah,
all right. So
like this one.
So we have all covered our favorite or most exciting parts of this upcoming NFL season, what we're most excited to see. The last thing we need to cover, which is like the best question I think that we've had in podcast history. And I'm so glad that we have a packed room because, ladies and gentlemen, this was on the agenda before Mike's invitation ever happened. Ave and I were going to run through this and just think it was funny when Mike eventually heard it. But some of you may not know, Mike is an engaged man, and he's very soon getting married. And everybody knows it is a absolute cardinal sin to get married on game day. And good old Mike, wouldn't you believe it? Wouldn't you believe it? Of all the days of the year.
Fake fan.
On Friday, September 6th,
in Brazil,
we'll be wedding his beautiful wife, Leanne. Totally not her fault. I'm sure she begged him not to make it this date. And he was like, no, you know what? We need it to be this date. It has to be September 6th. And guess what? The Philadelphia Eagles will be opening up their season in Brazil against the Green Bay Packers. It will be such a great game. And none of us can watch it. My question to you all is this a violation? Is it a violation? Is Mike's wedding day
Are you going around the room?
a violation? We're going to go counterclockwise.
Start with the new guy.
Start with the new guy. Everybody, Alex Anderson is the He is off camera.
I want to say,
right now.
fuck you, Mike, for not inviting me to the wedding. But I'll be watching that game.
Oh, wow. Friendly fire.
Should therapist Jessica come out? You want to
No,
go through
hey,
that?
All good. Mike's a great guy. I didn't know him. But it's not that bad. He loves his girl. He loves his girl. He picked the date.
Okay.
Let him pick it. They're going to beat the Packers. The Packers are all right. We're the fucking Philadelphia Eagles, dude. We're the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
We'll be all right.
All right, we got Alex's take. Jessica, thoughts?
That's nice.
Is it a violation?
Right off the bat, it's like, yes. But then I think about it and I'm like, hey, what a cool way to open the season than to be at Mike's wedding. Can we watch the game?
We'll get to Mike.
Okay,
We'll get to Mike. Is it a violation or not? Yes or no? We have one no and...
I'm going to say because planning my own wedding, I know that... When did this schedule come out?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, we got one no, one yes.
We got one no, one yes. It's an absolute no violation for me.
Whoa, good friend alert, good friend alert.
He's just doing that because he's sitting right next to
I'm
him.
ripping him in the group chat.
No. Watch out for the GC.
But no violation at all. I mean, you planned this years out in advance. You had no idea what was going to happen. I believe Leanne's not even an Eagles fan as well.
She's an Eagles fan.
She's an Eagles fan.
Eagles and Yankees.
Okay, Eagles and Yankees. Okay, huge. Okay, great to know.
Halfway there, but whatever. I digress.
People change.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Get on the bandwagon. No violation here. You plan these things months out in advance, years out in advance. We're going to have a great time, and no vio here from me.
Not that I ever...
you have your own take.
Yeah.
Is your wedding a violation?
Not that I ever want to throw my absolute stunning, beautiful fiance under the bus, but I gotta say, I did push for Friday the 13th. I really did. I pushed for Friday the 13th because Hotel Bethlehem's the most haunted.
That'd have been a catastrophe.
It's the most haunted hotel in America.
That's
but
so
then
rude
it's
of
too
you.
close to mine. You wouldn't have been able to make it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it's the most haunted hotel in America, so that would have been
I would have been
awesome on Friday the 13th. That would have been great.
I actually would have been crying myself to sleep.
It would have been phenomenal. We all would have had a great time.
Yeah.
We all would have hung out with some ghosts.
And you're still in Birds Country. You're in Bethlehem. You'd be good. You're still in Birds Country.
And I'm gonna be wearing a QB earpiece. So I'll be getting updated on the game nonstop.
Huge.
Sirianni's going to be in.
So not a violation.
Not a violation. So we only have one yes. So it doesn't matter what I say. But all right, I'm gonna say with full passion. We have 3 no's and a yes. Right.
I thought you were a no in the beginning.
Oh, I'm a yes. Sorry, I'm a hard yes. But I will say it's unlucky because my poor friend Mike probably did his best. He said, "You know what? I'm not going to do it on a Saturday. I'm going to give these people their weekend back. What's PTO on Labor Day weekend? Everyone's taking it anyway. I'm going to have this wedding on a Friday. It's going to be easy. Everyone can go home Saturday, full weekend. It's cheaper. He's saving some money."
Looking out for everybody.
And he probably booked it in a year ago, maybe a year and some change. And then boom, Eagles come out. The first time in NFL history, don't fact check me, but like very seldom, if ever, has there been a game on Friday for opening day. Boom, Brazil, Eagles, our team during the wedding. It's very unlucky, but sorry, man, it's a violation. It's not your fault.
Did you see the fun facts about that's coming out now?
No.
That they're not allowed to leave their hotels.
Oh, I've seen that. They're not allowed to wear green.
Oh yeah, they can't wear green at the stadium
out there in Brazil
because the wildfires are crazy. There's like high cases of pneumonia and like these other crazy things. Like
don't know that. But
I'm serious.
I thought it was the gang.
That's one of the things. But also because the wildfires was like pneumonia, and there's like 3 other diseases that are going rapid.
I thought
that they're not allowed to leave, and then also because like the dangers of the gangs, like you're saying, like they're saying for safety purposes. Yeah. Do not leave your hotel.
Yeah, no Ryan Lochte out.
Yeah, so like there's like 3 reasons.
I mean, how badly do we want freaking football in Brazil? Jesus.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Soccer, just leave. They're doing great. They're doing crushing.
And they take each other enough out in soccer so like let them do it.
Boom. Soccer, jiu-jitsu, that's a strong
stay in that wheelhouse for sure, yeah.
Yeah, holy cow. But the green thing, I think, is like the away team at the stadium they're playing at wears green. And
Green Bay also wears green.
But
And
the soccer team. The soccer team who plays there, their rival wears green. And anyone who would wear green in the stadium, literally would get stabbed. So they had to tell the away fans, hey, just wear the home white or like whatever the other color is. Like, don't wear green. It's banned. Do not wear green. And so
there's going to be so much green in that.
That's really
both of the teams are wearing green, and like I don't know if Brazilians are going to go to support or if it's just going to be a bunch of people flying there. But like, don't wear green. Like actually,
don't wear green if you value your life.
If you're not an Eagles fan, don't wear green. Don't wear green. If you're an Eagles fan, wear green.
How many idiots that are in Philadelphia? They're going to wear green.
They're 100%.
Not idiots, just good fans.
Yes, but idiots, like good idiot fans.
Yeah. All can be true at the same time.
So anyway, all right, Mike's wedding. Let us know in the Spotify comments or wherever if Mike's wedding's a violation. But he got 3 votes for no, 2 votes for yes. So he's off the hook as far as tonight's concerned. Anybody else got any NFL anything they want to wrap up with? If not, we can move on. Thoughts, Jessica, Ave, Mike.
Opening week, hell of a lineup for Thursday as well as Friday. You've got Chiefs versus Baltimore, the Ravens on Thursday, and then you've got the Eagles versus the Packers, which are two, competitive teams in both divisions. So it should be a great start to the NFL season.
Yeah, totally agree.
Looking forward to the Bears Texans. Seeing Caleb Williams.
Is that week 1?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's great.
No, I'm sorry. It's week 2, dude.
Wow, he messed up on his first try.
I just love Caleb Williams so bad.
Bro, honestly, you should have just lied.
Facts do not matter.
Yeah.
Our fans fact check, dude.
I need to come in here.
Okay, what you got, Jess?
All right, I'm gonna lock in a bet. I put it. You guys like it. I'm gonna go through it. Let me know if you want to change anything.
Fired up.
Regular season MVP. You love Jordan Love?
I don't love him.
I want to put
Avery.
the exact bet in that was there.
Okay, if
I
you want to
love Jordan Love.
Honestly, I love Jordan Love more than TJ Watt. TJ Watt's like the safe pick. It's just like he's been a good defensive player for the past couple of years.
Yeah, but
it seems like Caleb Williams is a safe pick.
Yes.
Like, why can't it be Bo Nix?
No, it's Caleb Williams.
Fine.
He looks phenomenal.
Is this for offensive rookie of the year?
No, it's the whole. Oh, yeah.
It's for offensive
it
rookie
could
of
be
the year.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
With
It's
Daniel
for
Jones?
offensive rookie of the year. Yes.
Malik Neighbors.
I can see it. But Daniel Jones, though? Trust
Malik
him.
Neighbors. Improved line.
Caleb Williams.
I don't even trust my neighbors. Why would I trust Malik?
Or Max Crosby
I'm going to be the different guy that takes Malik Neighbors.
Do you want to add it into this? This is a group
you can't
effort
put
here.
Caleb and Malik.
I know. We're going
Why
to choose
not?
one or the other.
No,
If
Caleb.
we're betting, I'm betting on Caleb.
Okay.
But
We're putting a parlay that $100 wins $1 million. Let's not go crazy here.
I agree.
All right, thanks.
Fine. The only thing I want to add
But
to
I
this
love
then
Malik
is, do you
Neighbors.
want to do comeback player of the year?
Yes, Aaron
Nick Chubb.
Rodgers.
Is it
Anthony
Aaron Rodgers
Richardson.
is like
Nick
an
Chubb.
obvious? Are you sure?
Anthony
Nick Chubb's a
Richardson.
nice-
Daniel
There's
Jones, Nick
three.
Chubbs, Anthony
Not Daniel
Richardson,
Jones.
Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow.
It could be Richardson.
AR-15
or
is a fucking
Chubb.
bum. You heard it here first.
How much is
Bum.
10 winning you on what you
A
have?
lot.
On what you have right now?
121,000. Let's throw another one in there. Why not?
No.
What's
I
the
don't think
riskiest
so.
bet
Come
on
on.
that lineup right now, Jessica? Can you name the
Yeah, the
odds?
riskiest bet on here based on the odds is going to be Caleb Williams. Just me. I'm sorry. Read that
Plus
wrong.
the highest.
It's going to be Jordan Love.
Yeah.
What is it at?
Comeback player of the year. There's
Plus
no shot at
1400.
There's nothing to come back from.
The most obvious is
Who?
Caleb Williams.
Jordan Love.
Second,
Oh, no. For MVP.
second most risky would be the TJ Watt.
Yeah, I did. Max Crosby.
You said that it would be the safest.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. I like
Don't
Max
check
Crosby.
him that hard.
I can. So that's regular season defensive player. So
I'll
let's go.
half whatever you want on that 5.
Fine.
And then Tyreek Hill. All right, we can't dilly dally here though. We got to move on with
All right,
the podcast.
you said you wanted to do. I don't know. You want to do
Let's go.
anything
No,
else?
I said I want to do exactly what the bet was, and now we're like
I'm just
trying
saying,
to
you want to
change
add
it.
comeback player of the year?
You can tell they're engaged.
Anthony Richardson. I love it so much. But I was so locked on Raji.
I love Anthony Richardson.
He did get
People
blown
are
up.
saying the backup's going to start.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're
No,
also,
no comeback player of the year.
You're also
But
a
you can put
sped.
more than 10.
A what?
A sped.
All right.
We are live. That was Michael.
You just
Kirby.
called me. No.
All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone want to give 5? I'll put 25 on it.
Yeah.
I cannot default.
How much is-
$302,915
Put me
we
down.
could win.
I'm in for 5.
All
I'll
right.
be down twice.
What's that divided by 6? Like 70 grand each? 62 grand
It's
each?
fine.
I'd quit my
60.
job.
No, you wouldn't.
65 grand each, I think, for
Sure.
$5.
It doesn't matter. Give me 50 grand. I don't...
All right, Mike's getting 50. The rest of us
I knew
moved
that
up
was
to
coming.
71
My
each.
whole point was if it's worth it for that $5. Like, what are
Yeah.
we doing here? What are we even talking about?
We're talking
All
about
right,
60.
Hopefully we made some money on Sideline
I
Banter.
love it. Everybody Venmo Jessica.
Yeah.
Like after the podcast. All right, we're talking MLB. NFL's over.
MLB.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the NFL segment of episode 11.
Wow.
We have
That's my best
to
one.
transition to the MLB. We want to talk very quickly about the MVP race because it has been absolutely historic. Ave, Mike, how in tune are you with it? Or should I just kind of run through it and you guys?
You
listen
run
to
through it. I'll
everything?
make some comments.
All right. Obviously, Aaron Judge is in the front running for AL MVP. That doesn't. Jessica, please, are you muted? Okay. Well, you're talking.
And it only sounds like you're talking to
Aaron
yourself.
Judge. Yeah, now it sounds like I'm talking to myself.
You're not. You're talking to us.
I'm talking to Mike and Eve. Aaron Judge, obviously, leading the AL in the MVP race because he's having an historic season. But so is Aaron Soto and Bobby Witt Jr.
One second.
And Juan Soto. So did I say Aaron again? Aaron Judge. Thanks, Dave. You're the man. So Juan Soto is having a ridiculous season, but Bobby Witt is playing so well that nobody cares about it. Even us. Like, we talked about Aaron Judge, and then I believe we made a comment about, like, it's a bummer for Bobby Witt because he won MVP the past however many years, except Aaron Judge is doing this year. Juan Soto is batting, I think, 299, 38 home runs, 100-plus RBI, over 1,100 OPS. Like, he's having an unbelievable year. Now, like we mentioned earlier in the podcast, Judge bats behind him. So he's very well protected in a sense that, like, they can't just throw him balls because if they walk him, then Aaron Judge is batting with someone on base. So you have to try to get him out. And when you try to get Juan Soto out, he hits. But I don't remember a race that has been this close or this exciting in the past however many years. I think the pitch clock has to do with it because, like, they're stealing more bases and pitchers are exerting more energy at a faster pace. They can't just take their time and throw 102 every. It's like, oh shit, I have to throw again, and I've thrown 20 pitches already this inning. So, I mean, without diving like weirdly into the statistics, Judge, Witt, Soto, historic MVP race in my opinion, and pretty interesting that two of them are coming from the same team.
Yeah, it's awesome. It sucks for Bobby Witt for sure because I feel like this season has been absolutely incredible, but like the numbers for Judge have been ridiculous. I mean, I knew Soto was great. I knew he was going to have a great season playing for the Yankees with a smaller ballpark. Like, he was going to have great numbers this season. But Bobby Witt is just playing out of his mind. Yeah,
our fantasy baseball team that we have together, the team name is Witt Jr.
Yeah, it's an absolute legend.
It's Bobby Witt Jr.
Was he a value pick?
Yes.
He's number one.
Yeah, it's our first.
Dude, Julio Rodriguez choked for us. Oh my God.
But dude,
anyway,
Bobby Witt's post All-Star break too has been so good, and I've been locked into that.
He's been 350.
Yeah,
we're 3/4 of the way through the season. More. Yeah, it's crazy.
But Vladdy's playing better than him in this stretch. Which is nuts.
Gosh.
But Judge, unreal Hall of Fame, historic season.
Yeah,
it just puts everything else to bed. It's ridiculous this season.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like when Trout was coming up and he was having MVP seasons as a rookie and his second year and his third year, and Miguel Cabrera just kept winning the Triple Crown, and they were like,
what do I tell you? He's
like Trout batted .336 with like 36 home runs and 120 RBI, and Miguel Cabrera batted .342 with 42 RBI or 42 home runs and 137 RBI. So it's just like,
I'm sorry,
we have to give it to him. I mean, Trout was way more efficient defensively, but it was still like, whatever, we have to give it to Cabrera. That's what it feels like, even though you want the young kid to like.
And we talked about this earlier, like how baseball, they have a Golden Glove for defense. So like, I feel like the MVP is just purely offensive, like you're hitting numbers.
Yeah, but they have Silver Slugger for every position too. So, I mean, you're right. MVP definitely accounts for hitting more than defense.
Any sport, though.
Yeah, it's like offense is more. Yeah,
it's like NBA. If you have more points per game, there's a better chance you win MVP.
Yeah, like Rudy Gobert's not winning MVP anytime
no shot.
soon.
I'd go for him.
I will say, like it's
pull it.
It's I never know which way to go. To be honest with you,
like if you're talking to
I
me,
will say I didn't even pay attention to Bobby Witt as much until you guys started talking about the pod. As like
he's a king, isn't he?
It's insane. It is nuts,
and he's swaggy.
I do think there's also an interesting point, just like to bring up, which maybe you guys might have some interesting thoughts on, is like people talk about the receivers in the NFL, and it's like,
dude, we're off NFL.
I understand. I'm just saying they talk about like for QBs, they talk about balls that should be caught.
Whoa!
This is a family friendly. It's a family friendly podcast.
Balls that should be caught that are dropped by the receiver, and essentially like that doesn't impact their QBR as much.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's interesting, especially for someone like Judge, because like to your point you guys said earlier, how many pitches is this dude even getting to hit?
Well, yeah.
And it's like, shouldn't that contribute to the MVP to a point? Because it's like, hey, my timing, my anticipation, my reading of the spin of the baseball, like all these things that come into play, and I'm still contributing. Like things are bouncing off the plate. I'm still on pace at 62 home runs. I'm still batting 300. Like, I'm rounding up.
333.
Oh, I was rounding down. I was rounding down.
333.
Like, I do think that should play a factor.
And he's good at defense. He plays center for them.
And he has a cannon.
Yeah, he's good, dude. And
I don't think he's enough.
So you're an avid listener. I know that for sure. You're top 2, and I don't think you're 2. And so you've probably heard me say this, but OPS, in my opinion, is so important in baseball because it takes into account how much you're getting walked and how many bases you're getting per hit. So it's not just like batting average. People used to freaking love that shit forever, and it's like it matters. People who say it doesn't matter are stupid. It matters. It definitely shows how good of a hitter you are.
It's not the end all be all.
But OPS shows how, like, if you're hitting doubles more than someone else, or if you're hitting triples more than someone else, or if you're hitting home runs, and that totally matters. A double is way more important than a single in so many scenarios, and a home run obviously is way more important than a single. So there's like this statistic, Luis Arias, you know who that is? Or Arias?
Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of him.
No, so he's okay. Abe, you should hear this too. He played for the Marlins for a while, and now he's on the Padres, and he led the league 2 years straight in batting average. Kyle Schwarber, notoriously, has a ridiculously low batting average. He, in the past 2 or 3 years, one or the other, like Arias is batting like 346 and Schwarber like 210. Schwarber's OPS, no, Schwarber's on base percentage, but definitely OPS as well, is higher than his, which is like crazy. Yeah. But it's like, that's what matters. Like, this dude's hitting singles all the time in a leadoff spot, and it like doesn't matter that much. And Schwarber's dropping nukes, and like Brandon Marsh is getting on in the 8-hole, and boom, 2 RBIs. Arias is not going to do that, but he's batting 346, so it's like, oh, it looks
still
good.
Insane.
So anyway, Judge's OPS is like ridiculous, and he's not even seeing strike. So it's just crazy.
I guess really quick, my question for like that MVP race is, do you think it plays more of a factor of Bobby Witt being on
KC?
Yeah, like I mean, they're playing better, do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like historically, I mean, other than like a few years ago, I mean, not even years ago, that was our freshman year.
They were in the World Series.
Well, our freshman year. But like that's been out of school.
2015.
Yeah, like that's over almost 10 years ago. So like,
and they were horrible before that.
Exactly. So historically not great franchise or someone not getting pitches.
Yeah.
Which one matters more almost?
Like you're saying that Bobby Witt being great is incredible because it's like moving a whole franchise.
Correct. And he has less support around him, essentially.
He definitely has less support around him. I'm like a biased answer, want to vote for Bobby Witt, but like Aaron Judge is just
season.
It's incredible. I like if you watch it, which I know you watch some Yankee games because of Leanne, or maybe you don't, but
I do.
Like watching it live is like you can see the pitcher not know what to do. Like imagine just having an item in your hand that someone's trying to hit, and the guy's so good that you're just like, I don't want to throw it. I don't know what to do. I just have to walk him. And you try to throw a ball, and he just hits it over the fence anyway.
It's almost too much pride to give him the Barry Bonds treatment. Not the foreshadow.
Yeah. No, I mean he might start if he. The thing is, like Bond, like I said, Bonds kept doing it. And
year
like next year,
they might start walking the kid.
Correct. Bonds was walked with the bases loaded in the playoffs.
Bonds was also just generally like not. It's more insane what I'm going to say, but like just generally walked. Like it was just like, hey, we would much rather have a guy on first than pitch this guy.
Yeah. He's unbelievable. Yeah. Barry Bonds is unbelievable.
But like to your point, it's like that could happen to Aaron Judge, which is unspeakable because it's only happened to.
It's so incredible. It was as if Barry Bonds was at batting practice. Like that.
He was facing Jamie Moyer, some would say.
I know that Jamie Moyer did well. When he pitched, I was little, and I was like so confused. I was like, why is he throwing 65 miles per hour? But no one could touch him, so.
I saw some stat. It's probably false, but like when he retired, he had faced like 10% of all the baseball hitters that have ever played the game. Like it was something ridiculous like that, yeah.
He's from here.
Is he?
Yeah. I used to sit next to his wife. He played in the Bandits. His son played in the Bandits.
Oh, where? Who?
Jamie Moyer. Well, he has a lot of kids.
Good for him.
Good for him.
But on the NL side,
yeah.
What were you saying?
I was
trying to make
an argument.
To be
honest,
I saw. Yeah. 270. I mean, it's a good season.
For my boy Bickle, I was going to do something nice, but Bickle.
He'll appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Lindor. 270. He's got what, like near 30 home runs.
Otani's MVP.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
40.
Okay, playoff push.
Playoff push. Like we said, it's been a balanced season. This whole MLB season. So, like, there's so many good teams.
Yeah, what's cool is that some teams are getting hot and some teams are getting not. Yankees, super hot. Royals, super hot. Mets, super hot.
Okay.
Dodgers are heating up. Astros are going to be dangerous. They were, like, sneakily second all year, and they're going to be really good. Phillies,
I think they just
dumpster fire.
I think they just beat them in a series, though. The Astros lost to the Phillies, but I mean, they did.
No. I think we were had a really bad streak, and then we somehow ended up 13-4 in our last 17.
Well, we just beat the Braves tonight, which matters.
So we won 3 of the last 4, but we did get crushed 10-0 the other night. But
but that happens in a series. The problem was we were losing series.
Yeah,
we have not been as of the last 4 games.
Sick if they continue that.
Nolan Jones,
no, they are.
double to left.
Love that guy.
Dude.
Actually, funny enough is when you said, you're like, oh, it'd be fun when we were talking about NFL who to bet on division, leaders. Mm-hmm. We were getting ready to get in the MLB.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm hammering the Astros to win the World Series. And I don't want to be that guy because I love the Phillies. And I'm all for it. You got to cheat to win. And if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Right. I'm all for it. And they know how to win. They know how to win. And they're hot. And I'm hammering them to win the World Series on FanDuel.
It's not a bad play. Not a bad play ever.
In my opinion.
Last 5 or 6, 7 seasons.
I've heard a lot of good things about the Diamondbacks too, and they're not beating the.
They're my favorite playoff team every year, just because I don't know why.
I hate Corbin Carroll.
I just love Randy Johnson, and I'm like, oh, he's a Diamondbacks guy.
That's his favorite player.
That's my guy. The unit.
Dude, for 3 years straight, I haven't done it because I'm a cheap ass bitch. I've been I gotta get a Randy Johnson jersey for his birthday, and I'm just
But listen to this though.
Don't tell Abe.
I was at the NLCS Game 7 in Philly.
For when?
The Diamondbacks.
Fake news.
Last year.
No, you weren't.
It's was. I can show you a picture. Bro, that was the most devastating loss I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Bro, I dropped the bag on the tickets too, and I was so upset driving home that night. It was
awful. The Hoskins when he threw it down?
No.
Against the Braves, Spencer Strider?
Yeah.
We were there in the Diamond Club.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's awesome.
Hoskins?
Spencer Strider.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He had a sick mustache, though, and a fat ass.
Gay.
Well,
you have a sick mustache.
That's you, actually.
Thanks. All right, so playoff push, I guess nothing much to say. Dodgers, Yankees, the usual suspects all year. But I think the wild cards are going to be, totally legit. Astros could be a wild card. Diamondbacks could be a wild card. Padres could be a wild card. Braves could be a wild card.
Padres are so sneaky too.
Yeah, Braves. Well, they have a lot of injuries, so actually,
and that bullpen is just.
Yeah, I don't believe in them, but I just think the playoffs anyone could win. So, last thing, I don't know if anybody else cares, but everybody loves Paul Skeens. Is that you?
Yes.
No, is that you?
Yes.
The bald head.
Paul Skeens probably going to win Rookie of the Year for the NL. LSU grad, number 1 overall pick last year, already in the MLB and absolutely dominating the league.
Didn't play a full year either, right?
No, he came in halfway,
which is nuts.
He's got almost double-digit wins, if not just already double-digit wins.
I keep on adjusting my hat until you guys say something.
So as a novice fan, what makes that guy so special?
He throws 100 and he throws a nasty off. He has 5 pitches.
And great placement.
And he throws strikes. He's got a huge dong.
Yeah,
and
his statistics are incredible.
Libby Dunn's pretty solid.
Yeah, so anyway, the number 2 overall pick. So it's very rare for baseball to be drafted and then play the same year that you were drafted because there's he started the All-Star game this year. There's so much professionalism to the sport. There's so many intricacies. So it's tough to be young and really good. That being said, the 2nd overall pick was the shortstop from LSU, and he just got called up 2 or 3 days ago. His name's Dylan Cruz, and he doubled in his first game off the wall, and then he homered yesterday. So, I mean, I'm very high on him. I think he's going to be great. I just think it's cool that like LSU baseball is awesome. Alex Bregman, Seth Lugo, a lot of cool grads from there.
Seth Lugo.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It's also a
name.
great shout. Like I don't even know if
people know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a great shout.
Yeah, I don't know. I just came in. I felt in my nuts.
What team is the shortstop one that just got called up?
The Nationals. Yeah, no, I mean, but Juan Soto was there. Look at him now.
That's true. And he won the
thing. He won the thing.
Dude,
that's crazy. People forget that the Nationals won the 2019 World Series, and Bryce Harper was not on the team.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Out of nowhere.
Ryan Zimmerman was on that team. Good for him. He deserved one.
He does deserve one.
Yeah, but like,
didn't he go to the Yankees when it was bad though, or am I making?
I think he retired a National.
Did he?
I could be wrong. He might have.
I thought he went somewhere else.
Was Trey Turner on that team?
Did Ryan Zimmerman ever play for the Yankees?
It might not have been the Yankees. It might have been someone else.
That's what you do. Say it. Go ahead. Say it. Ask Jessica something.
Jessica,
ask her to look something
up. Jamie, can you look that up?
Where did Ryan Zimmerman go after the Nationals?
If anywhere.
She's been betting your whole mortgage off the past 10 minutes. You guys have no idea.
Good. I'm ready for it.
No, he went somewhere.
Was Trey Turner's on that Nationals team that won the thing?
Yes. Mike says yes. Michael J's never wrong.
I've never seen him be wrong.
I don't know, dude. I'm
He's literally played on the Nationals since 2005.
Guess I was wrong.
Yeah, and then he only played for the Nationals?
Only played for the Nationals.
Except for the Yankees the 1 year, right? That's what it says.
You're like rewriting Wikipedia. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that Mike
is right. Say he was wrong. You said I was wrong.
Do that.
I thought we don't fact check around here.
We don't fact check. This dude's Mr. Yankee. Who's Derek Jeter? All right, cool. So
he's a point guard, right?
Every Jeter.
So there goes MLB. Quick little MVP race, playoff push, and cool little rookie shout out to Dylan Cruz. I think he's going to be really good. That'll take us then, Ave, into F1.
One big dog.
We'll see what Mike has to say about any of this.
Mike loves
This is why we host Sideline Banter, and Mike's a guest. But I'd love to hear his hot takes, see what he thinks about this. But dude, Lando Norris wins by 22 seconds. I don't know if you saw the interview between Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, but Max, you would think he's kind of whiny, but he like didn't care that much. He was kind of like so. Charles Leclerc, they're both sitting on the couches like in the back room after the race, and Leclerc's like looking at him, and he goes, "Dude, how much did you lose by? Did we lose? Whatever." And Verstappen looks at him and he goes, his hat's off, and he's like rubbing his hair. He goes, 22 seconds. And then like Verstappen, who you would think is gonna be like more pissed about it, is like just like rubbing his head and like confused. And then Leclerc just like looks into blank space, like "Hello, darkness, my friend," and like goes black and white. But like, dude, a 22-second victory is crazy.
When it's
not coming from Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless it was Max Verstappen, because like I saw like this thing, and the only race that is close to it is a Max Verstappen win of like 24 seconds or something, like in the past year or something. Mm-hmm. But like, dude, that is nuts.
It's insane. Apparently, there's like a dumpster fire going on within that whole Red Bull organization. Like, I don't know if they know what they're going to do with Checo next season, maybe replacing him as far as driver number 2. But apparently their car, these last 3 or 4 races, has not been up to par. And Max Verstappen is not happy at all.
We said it. We cursed him ever since we started the podcast.
Honestly, yeah.
And we were like, oh,
best thing we've ever done.
Listen up, everybody. We do baseball and soccer and F1. We're so cool. Dude, I think he won 1 race since we've been covering F1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's insane.
I think he won the first one we did.
I just love the parody, though, because you would tune in to a Sunday race weekend, and you're like, oh, Verstappen's going to win. You'd watch like the first couple laps to make sure that nobody crashes. After that, it's basically Max Verstappen's out. He's in front by like 20 seconds the whole race, and he just leads the whole way. But now we're getting some interesting races, which is awesome. I'm trying to pull up this stat, but I saw Max just completed his 200 race within Formula One, and they had a graphic comparing him to Lewis Hamilton. I wanted to pull that up to get your thoughts on that.
I think he's cooked everybody except for Lewis. I think they're kind of close, right?
Yes. So Max has got more wins for sure, but Lewis has a lot more points than Max in the first 200.
Lewis has more points. How is that possible?
I'm a Lewis guy.
So Max either wins
or
he crashes out is basically what it comes down to. But Lewis is always getting some amount of points. Okay. I want to pull this up so badly, though. I wish I had it.
Another one. But, dude, you're going to love what's next on the agenda after we're done F1.
I like F1.
Oh, actually, and I wanted to have some comments on this. So, P2, we have Max Verstappen, obviously, and then and Charles Leclerc. But the American is no longer in F1.
Yeah, they replaced him, right?
They replaced him right now. They took his seat immediately with immediate effect. So he crashed in final practice 3, which did not allow him to qualify. So he started the race last. And he didn't do well in the race. I don't know if he finished the race, but Logan Sargent, the only American we had on the grid, is gone. I think it was like this is a 1.5 season in Formula One, and he's no longer going to be there.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never raced. Well, that's not true. I've raced like go-karts on a track, and it's fun. But on just as far as not driving in a race and just regular highway driving, Americans suck.
Yeah. You know how much I hate driving here because I got to go around and then I have to go around again. Then I get off this exit and I have to go around and I have to go around again.
Well, you don't have to do it that way. If you go left out of the development, you won't have to do that.
On the way here, I do.
I know. Always go left, but not.
Sorry,
not the New Jersey roundabouts.
Just had to do that.
Just in general, people drive in the middle and the left lanes, and they're not passing the person on the right. It's so bad. I drove in France. It's way better. In France on the highway, there's 2 lanes. You drive in the right unless you're passing the person in front of you. Then you pass them and you go back in front. Even in Dublin, where I'm driving on the other side of the road and other side of the car, it was still easier to drive because people just do it correctly. Anyway, Ave, all that to say, I'm not surprised that the one American who was in F1 got kicked out. We suck at driving. Sorry, it's the worst thing. We suck.
How do you get kicked out of F1 though? Like qualifying or like
they had had a minor league team and they were like this.
Oh, so like
the F2 drivers.
Okay, it's kind of like in like the Premier League when you get
that guy's a stud.
The backup quarterback
came Sargent or the F2 driver.
The F2 driver.
I don't know the stats on this F2 driver, but he's probably really, really good.
You guys talked about the one F2 driver, the one pod.
Yeah, there is one that's. I think he's in the Mercedes.
Yeah, I was looking into him a little bit, and apparently he's
really good.
Mercedes is Hamilton and your boy
George
Russell. Hamilton is going to. This guy,
listen
to Sideline Banter. This guy listens to podcast.
Actually not handsome.
For sure. All right, so that's probably enough Formula One talk. But this weekend coming up, we're in Imola, so we're in Italy.
What? You just make a sound. Sorry, go ahead. And we're in Imola.
I just won't talk the rest of it.
Yeah, why would you disrespect Avery like that?
My bad. It's his show. I'm just here. Go ahead, Abe. My bad.
Yeah, we're in Imola anyway, ladies and gents, and should be a fun weekend. There was an incident within Imola. So the what's the car? The safety car banged out.
No way.
Yeah. Dude, it's so fun. That's the most fun job ever. Dude,
how fast do they go?
Dude, they're ripping like 85 to 100 miles an hour.
It looks so slow compared to that. That's how fast they're fucking
follow, but they're zooming.
It's crazy.
It's so fun.
That's me in the left lane.
That's better than third string quarterback or like bullpen.
The safety cars
are like
so nice.
Cars.
Yeah, they're Aston Martins.
There used to be a Mercedes. I saw.
They look like shit compared to the F1 cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're way slower. Yeah, okay, well, good, little, oh no, I'm on the wrong, oh no.
We're talking women's sports now?
No, God, no. Please, God, no. No, hey, is that all you have on F1?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so we're ready to go to the next thing?
I can say one more thing.
All right, well, I just asked you.
Now that I think about it.
All right, well, say it.
So that was Max Verstappen's home race last weekend.
Oh, it was in the Dutch?
Yeah, it's the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
And
Hitler, what was that?
No, this is from the Netherlands.
You sound German.
I speak Dutch.
Okay.
But he didn't win his home race.
No, the Germans, I was like, this. Sorry, go ahead.
Lando Norris, he was like, I'm taking over your trap. And he really did.
Yeah.
And he took people.
Where's Norris from?
He's from England, mate.
Yeah. Lando.
I paired them two together for some reason.
They're like best friends.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Next up We're talking soccer, but we're not talking. I mean, we're talking soccer because all of the seasons are kicking off: La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League. But it's only game 2. Whatever. It's a long season, so I don't want to dwell on that too much. The major teams win in the beginning of the season. It'll get spicy later on. Well, we will 100% be covering it. But EAFC 25 just came out with their rankings, Ave and Mike. I don't know if you saw that, but I know that we are going to be a trio who is more than addicted to this game because of Rush. There's a new 5v5 or 4v4 really, 4v4 and a keeper. So Wancho is going to be our 4th, or whoever wants to join, because he is not to be counted on.
I will be on that 24/7.
There's a high probability that he does not join us very often. So Alex, if you want to play
tryouts,
other Alex who's listening, I know you like to play. So whatever, we're looking for a 4th. But I did want to run through the rankings because I think you guys might be a little bit surprised. So I want both of you to give me what you. Or do you already know? Did you see the agenda?
Yeah, I can.
All right, so Mike, what you did too? All right, so
crazy thing is I can read.
Let me just get your take then on the top 5 rated players being, first of all, Rodri at number 1 at 91. Yeah. Then Mbappe tied at 91 as well, and Haaland at 91. And then Vinicius and Harry Kane both at 90 at 4 and 5.
Harry Payne.
And I will say De Bruyne and Bellingham are also 90. So technically they are with Harry Kane and Vinicius. So I mean that's a large group. It's 7, but any knee-jerk reaction thoughts? I have a top 30 list here, so I can point out a couple.
I don't need the top 30, but I would not put Rodri above KDB in any universe. I love what Rodri does for Man City in Spain, but I don't think he's a better footballer at this given time than Kevin De Bruyne. I know he had a great season last year.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't like him being the highest rated player in FIFA at the given moment.
It is weird. However, I'll say, and then we'll get Mike's take and you can share more. But I do think, he should win the Ballon d'Or this year. But I don't think he's the best player in the world. But he should win the Ballon d'Or.
What a crazy statement!
Yeah, I mean it.
He had the best season.
It's like when Embiid won MVP. He deserved to win the MVP, but he's not the best player in the world.
I mean, Embiid was a different thing though, because he was up there for the last 3 years, and it was like, all right, we'll give it to him. We'll give him 1. Was Rodri really a top? Well, I mean, he's been a great player.
Rodri, but was he deserved to win it the second time Jokic did?
Was he top 3 player for the last 3 or 4 seasons?
Rodri?
Yeah, Rodri is Tim Duncan.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
You shut your dirty little
mouth. No. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out to an extent. Rodri is Tim Duncan. Because everyone wants to hate on Tim Duncan. Everyone wants to hate on Tim Duncan. No one talks about Tim Duncan being one of the greats. Everyone talks about...
I do. Tim Duncan's a
That's it, though. Everyone talks about Kobe. Their Mount Rushmore is always Bill Russell, XYZ, all these guys.
It's just hard for
I'm saying it's disrespectful.
That's my point
Tim
exactly.
Duncan.
There's not many people that are better at what they do outside of Rodri. I'm not sitting here saying he should be the best player in FIFA. I'm not.
Yeah, but Tim Duncan...
should never be the best player in
FIFA.
Yes,
he should.
No, he shouldn't.
Tim Duncan was ridiculous, yeah. Tim Duncan's great.
In NBA...
Which 2K?
I would say...
But he should never be the best player in 2K.
I would say
No, yeah, he's right.
He's probably not the best player.
06.
Yeah.
What?
He's not the best player.
Who's better?
Kobe.
That's it. And it's a maybe.
But that's...
What about the years
It's
Duncan,
not a maybe.
No, it's not. Because what about the years where Duncan led the Spurs to the number
Jessica,
one...
can you
the Spurs to the number one overall
Can you look up 2K...
And they won the championship.
Can you look up 2K ratings from 2003, please?
Mm-hmm.
The Spurs had a season where they won 62 games and won the championship. And Duncan was by far their best player.
I'm not saying Tim Duncan is not great.
Me neither, but he deserves to be the highest rated player in the next game that comes out after that season.
Okay, I'm all for that, but guess what? That also applies to Rodri then.
No, it doesn't.
Wins everything, literally except for the Euros, where he had a phenomenal performance.
I just don't think you can compare him to Tim Duncan.
And the only reason why people don't talk about his performance is because of Yamal. He had a phenomenal... he had a phenomenal Euros. But no one wants to talk about it because all the young stars did great.
It's not the sexy things that you
I agree, and that's why we all sit here and say that he shouldn't be the highest rating on FIFA, which I agree with. I do. That's why like the point guards are always the highest ratings. That's why those shooting guards are the highest ratings. That's my point on why Tim Duncan shouldn't be the highest rating, because it's always these guys that are flashy and do the things that you like.
That's a solid take. I like that. I like your thoughts there.
So does Luke, and he hates that he likes it.
Yeah.
All right,
but I wouldn't put Tim Duncan as my.
Rodri. Okay, the player arc is similar and the storyline. I just don't think that
basketball's a different game.
The history of Tim Duncan means more.
I wasn't saying history or winner. I'm just saying what they do for their
player
team.
comp. Okay, fine. But just listen to this. As far as what Tim Duncan was,
T-Mac was a 96 in 2K3.
Who?
T-Mac was 96.
Why are you saying T-Mac?
I'm just letting you know. Like,
I asked her to look up who
T-Mac was a great player.
Yeah, they're actually hard to find too, which is interesting. Who are you interested in?
There was a 91. Tim Duncan was a 96. Wow, tied with T-Mac. He's actually tied right now.
Told you.
Kobe.
But I just think that Tim Duncan's done more for the sport than Rodri.
Shaq was 98. Kobe was 96.
Yeah, yes, Shaq and Kobe, which is
but that's it. Those are the only two.
Oh, whatever. FC.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so then Rodri's one. Mbappe and Haaland are tied with him, which I think is reasonable. Those are the two skilled. I think Vinicius is probably overrated at 90. I really don't like him there.
I love it.
And I'll say
I'm with you.
Kane had an unbelievable season, so I'm not mad
at it. In the German league, though. I'm Jude Bellingham over him.
It's not terrible.
Jude's in the La Liga now.
I know, but I'm saying if we're going to put 5 up there, I'm Jude Bellingham.
Well, they're tied. Jude's also a 90.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I literally said if we're going to put 5 up there,
it's just weird.
I'm Jude Bellingham at 5.
Harry Kane's finishing is probably insane, but the pace has got to be low 70s.
Yeah, but he's a great
65.
passer.
He is a great
65.
passer. 65 pace?
I don't know.
No way.
But his physical is probably really good as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great target striker. But
the thing is,
Vinicius is a 90. Why?
Want a hot take?
He's so fast.
You would take Vinicius over Foden and De Bruyne?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know about De Bruyne.
And Salah?
Yeah, I would take.
So back to the
I don't like Salah.
But I love Salah.
Point to the Rodri point. De Bruyne is better than Rodri.
Yeah, that's why.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I would take Rodri over any of these guys. Or sorry, my bad. KDB.
I think KDB is maybe I think Mbappe.
I think KDB is one of those players who's been the top 3 player for
the best player in the world.
5 or 6 years.
What are you laughing at? Best player in the world. All right, who do you think the highest rated keeper is? He's at 89, and then the
Donnarumma,
and then 2, 3, and 4 are all 88s.
Can't be Allison.
3, 4, and 5.
I was joking with Donnarumma.
Okay, I'd probably say Tebow. Tebow's a safe pick though.
All right, you said Donnarumma. You said Tebow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Donnarumma and Tebow are both 88. And so is Allison, and so is Oblak.
Andre Onana.
No. It is, I'm surprised, I think, but Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen's the highest rated keeper.
Wasn't he hurt the past years?
Yeah. But
I don't love that.
And then they have Wirtz at an 88, which is higher than Musiala. I think he's the highest rated German.
I think Musiala is super rated personally.
I love Wirtz.
I'm not saying he's not great.
I think Wirtz is great. I'm happy to see him at an 88. I'm just surprised because he wasn't starting for Germany, and I was screaming on this podcast to start him.
He's 21, I think.
Yeah, he's super young. Yeah, and Rudiger is the next best. And I guess notably, Messi is 16th ranked player in the new game.
Crazy.
He is now. Well, he's an 88, so I guess
he's also plays in the MLS. It's got to hurt the rating.
Yeah.
I wonder where Ronaldo is. He's probably an 86, 87.
He's not even on the top 30.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me because
dude, Ronaldo's going crazy in the Saudi league though. He's got 40 goals.
Yeah,
the Saudi league's not as.
Yeah, excuse my French here, but fuck that guy.
Messi will win MVP in the MLS too. So
I mean, with his 2 legs tied together.
Not this season.
It's a higher rated
with his 3 legs tied together.
It's a higher rated league than in Saudi.
Yeah, it is. But not this season.
I'm just saying that's how good Messi is. With his 3 legs tied together, he wins it.
Yeah. Huh?
He hasn't really played this season. He's been out for most of the season.
Because he finished the Copa America vacation.
And then he got hurt.
Yeah, but he's going to just rip hat-trick. It'll be fine.
Probably, yeah, I agree with that. These ratings, I'm not in love with them.
Take Vinny out and Kane. Who do you put in? Because I think we're all locked in on the top 3.
For sure.
Bellingham and De Bruyne.
KDB.
That's a lock. I'm KDB over Kane.
The top 3 are correct.
I agree.
I just wouldn't have.
I'm so happy I can get you guys on Rodri.
No, Rodri deserves to be there. I just don't like it. I think Mbappe and Haaland are the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Mbappe is the best player. Period.
I'm not saying he's not the best. Doesn't mean I can't hate him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are we good on EAFC, or are we going to keep talking about the rating?
Nah, because we're gonna talk about him.
Your boy
after we get off the podcast.
Bernardo Silva was pretty high up there too.
I love
really? What's he, 89?
88, I think. Maybe 89. I don't know. I don't feel like opening my phone again.
Really quick to your point on Foden, just my last point in the FIFA side is that, like you said on the pod, like he just didn't have a great year last year. Like, it
was just the Euros. No, it was just the Euros. He was really good.
No, he didn't have a great year last year.
Foden had a great season. He had his best season of the year.
I'm mistaken.
But Cole Palmer should have won.
Cole Palmer for sure.
That's my bad. I misspoke.
No, Foden's nice.
Foden was nasty, and
I know he's nice.
88.
I was under.
It was the Euros. He had 0 games,
I must
0
have mixed them up.
assists,
That's
and
my
0 goals, 0 assists in 7 games.
Yeah,
Agent double.
James Bond, mate.
Yeah, in real soccer news though, new Champions League format.
Yeah,
you should run that down, Abe.
Okay, I have to read off of it because it was very difficult for me to understand. So the old format is there's 32 teams. There's 8 groups of 4. The top 2 in each group would move on to the round of 16. The third place team would move down into the Europa League and then continue on playing European football. This year, it's completely different format. There's now 36.
It's like a league now.
Exactly. With one table. There's no groups or anything. There's 36 teams now. There's
like 50 more games.
It's a ridiculous amount of more games. And like the top teams are playing more of the top teams. So like the money interest is there. The hype interest is there. There's going to be a lot more good games in this upcoming season. They just did the draw, I believe, yesterday. So that's why I'm so interested into it now. But I will give you the new format for the 2024-2025 European Football Association Champions League. So there's 4 pots of 9 teams each. Pot 1 is like the upper echelon of teams. It holds the Champions League winner from last year, the Europa League winner from last year, and then the winner of the top 6 domestic leagues. And then whoever wins the Champions League the previous year, the team that places second in that league will make it to that first pot. So Barcelona's in that first pot for this season. And then pots 2 and 4, they rank the teams based on their UEFA club coefficient, which I'm not too hip on. I don't really understand it. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Coefficient.
I'm totally following.
So then each team will play 2 teams from each pot, 1 home game, 1 away game.
Yep, sure.
And then the top 8 teams in the whole 36 teams auto-qualify for the round of 16. 9 through 24 will have a playoff to get those remaining 8 slots into the round of 16. And then
it's like no more round of 16.
Yeah, exactly. But the interesting caveat is, like I said, the third team in each group from the previous format would fall down into the Europa League. But in this format...
And they go like right into that tournament?
Into the knockout rounds of the Europa League.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But this season, those teams that don't qualify within the top 24, they're eliminated from the whole of European football. So they have no shot of making it into the Europa League.
Whatever.
So teams
that side sucks more, but I feel like the rest of it actually better for soccer.
Well, it's just more games for us to watch.
More games, more money.
They play so many games, dude.
Better teams playing better teams, better players playing more games.
But listen to this, though. If Haaland wins, like, if his team's playing, like, all the tournaments possible, his season will be 356 days.
Yeah.
356 days,
Suck
bro.
it up, Buttercup.
Dude, I mean, he's making the millions, so I'm not mad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to trade?
That's so many games. It's such a long season.
We're here making millions on this pod, but like...
True.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, I already knew a little bit of it, so I was, we somewhat followed Ave. I'll be honest, not all of it, but hopefully the listeners...
I don't even get it.
Yeah, we don't really get it. We kind of read it, but it'll get more and more normal, I think.
Once we start seeing it, for sure. But I'm super excited to watch it. I'm glad that the Super League didn't happen this year, so these games are still based on merit. The top teams are, they earned it to get to this tournament. So let's get this thing started with this European football.
What's going on with PSG? Yeah. Like, since we're on Champions League, like,
no, they're cooked.
Yeah, like there's no shot they play in it for a few years, right?
No,
like, not even because they lost Mbappe.
No, they'll play. They'll qualify, but they're not going to compete.
No, I thought they're not allowed to.
No, they're getting suspended or something. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Paying Mbappe like 50 mil.
No, they're still in the Champions League this year. They'll be fine.
For now.
I was gonna say now. I'm pretty sure like the ban could be up to 2 years from what I've insane.
They're cooked.
I looked into it more when you guys talked about it in the pod.
They've got a lot of money.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. But
listen, that French league is in trouble, though. If they don't get any superstars in that French league, they're in trouble.
Stink.
So listen, nobody wants to pay for the rights to
TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To host the games.
They can't get on TV.
Yeah.
Dude, Pierre was about to buy Saint-Etienne. I'm not even joking.
I would love that.
Kept trying to call Timothy Chalamet's dad because he lives in
Saint-Etienne.
He's an investor. Tell him, let me know. But he's not
going
to my wedding.
Chalamet is a huge Saint-Etienne fan. My dad.
That's why you're a big Dune fan, huh?
I love Dune. Such a good movie. You like Dune?
I've never seen
Dude, you gotta watch Dune.
I've seen the first one, but
I know I don't like Pierre because he's not coming to my wedding.
Yeah, Pierre's cooked.
Pierre and guest.
In other soccer news, Haaland rips a hat trick already this season, which is his 7th in Premier League history. And
2.5 years.
Yeah,
he
is like way ahead of schedule based on like the records and stuff. So pretty incredible. I don't see a world where he stops scoring, especially with Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva playing him balls. Wow.
How old is Silva?
Sorry about that. Silva's probably pushing 30.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how much. Like, I've been seeing rumors about KDB going to.
Oh, KDB's 32, but but as far as passing's concerned, like think about Pirlo. Like he was out of gas, and he played in Italy for 3 more years because he just had great ball control and passing. And Haaland all he needs is KDB to do a Trivela pass through 3 defenders.
I think KDB's one of the, if not, maybe behind Rodri, one of the best midfielders in the world.
I think he's the best.
Me saying that he might go to the MLS isn't me degrading him or saying anything.
Oh, no.
Like
I'm just saying like the attributes that KDB won't lose while getting older.
Is all Haaland needs.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't matter if he can't run anything for Haaland. He's like,
it also doesn't matter for KDB because he's like, I'll just.
Yeah, I never ran.
And he's got the positional awareness and he can always play that.
And he's like, Rodri will just sit there.
Yeah, exactly. Rodri will do the dirty work. I'll just pass the ball.
Yeah. Another cool, quick thing, and then we can move on from soccer. But Ronaldo was awarded some trophy or award for who cares? But for scoring the most Champions League goals in history, I think they can give that to him because Messi's in the MLS, likely will not score another Champions League goal unless he moves back to Barca.
Yeah,
and neither will Ronaldo, and nobody's going to touch that record for quite some time.
Well, maybe because of the new format, because they're going to play more games.
Yeah, but still, it's going
to be a while. Yeah. So it'll be like 15 years from now.
I think it was 140 goals in about 180 games.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely insane.
The YouTube channel might be more impressive.
The YouTube, dude, he started YouTube 2 weeks
ago. Like 25 million or something.
Yeah, like 30.
It's insane.
Like 40.
You see what Kai said too? That Kai sent out.
Yeah.
He was like, it may have been Aiden Ross, one of the two.
I said Aiden Ross, if LeBron. Yeah,
they were like, if LeBron started a YouTube, that he would have more subscribers instantly, like in a day, than Cristiano Ronaldo. I immediately said to myself, again, not to be like, I'm America through and through, but I was like, that's just such an American thing to say. Like, you have no clue.
Do you know who Ronaldo is?
Yeah, you have no clue how big he is.
Ronaldo is way bigger.
This guy has an airport named after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how big Ronaldo is.
People have no idea.
Yeah, it's nuts. Anyway, whatever. I mean, LeBron.
Sorry, it was just fun fact.
No, LeBron would do fine though. He would have.
LeBron is doing fine.
Yeah, he's a billionaire. All right, cool. So something I think it was actually happening during the last podcast. So we didn't cover it, but it happened either very shortly after or during. But this is one where our new guest will probably want to chime in. There was a college football game over in Ireland, and it was quite the upset. And I think it kind of transitions from, if you remember, the way last season ended. Florida State did not make it into the Final Four because their quarterback was injured. And then they got their ass beat, if I'm not mistaken, like 63-7 or 0 to Georgia. Now, I don't know if the quarterback played in this game or did or didn't.
Which quarterback?
He's in the NFL.
From last year.
The one who did.
The one who got hurt.
Oh, yeah, he's the
one
backup
who didn't
for the Jets now. So.
Okay, so it was a different quarterback, but that notwithstanding.
And he was the Clemson. He was supposed to be Trevor
Lawrence's.
Oh, yeah, it's DJU. Yeah. He's a bitch. He's a bitch.
Well, all right. New guest starting out hot with cuss words. Anyway,
sorry.
So Georgia Tech upsets Florida State, which some people are saying like that destroys Florida State's season. Like they won because for that kind of team to win, they have to be 12-1 or 13-0.
And like maybe you can chime in better than this, but like I'm pretty sure Georgia Tech hasn't like beat a ranked team in like 15 years or something like that.
No way.
No. It is something wild.
No way.
Since Calvin Johnson was there, God.
It is something.
Oh, Georgia Tech. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Florida State hasn't been.
Oh no. I'm saying.
I'm like, what?
I will say.
Oh, Georgia Tech. So you're saying like that's not like.
I will say they had a great year last year, and going in, Florida State was going to win the game, but they have a great offense. So I'm not surprised they played well, but going to what Mike said,
they shouldn't have beat Florida State.
Yeah, they haven't beat anybody meaningful in forever. So this is a big L by Florida State, especially all that noise they're making.
They have Martavis Bryant.
Really?
Am I making that up?
Fun fact.
Jessica, can you see where Martavis Bryant went to college? I think.
But Alex, like you're saying, like it's just like not only did you lose to someone unranked, but like you lost to someone who
notoriously doesn't
do well.
Yes, and it's like.
And their fans were causing a whole big hubbub about, where did we miss the college football playoff, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the first game of the next season with that great team.
Immediate upset, potentially.
You lose in Ireland.
Yeah.
And their fans traveled so well. Yeah, so imagine traveling 3,000 or whatever, how many
30K
miles it was.
fans traveled to Ireland.
Don't speak to us from Brazil.
That's true.
But yeah, that was insane to watch that in Ireland. Like I did not see it coming. I thought FSU was going to roll through.
Yeah.
Their fans were backing them heavy, like we said, and they just got upset. His poor performance at the wrong time.
Jessica, the Google search might be easier if you just do Georgia Tech, our last
best wide receiver.
I was going to say the last win
Calvin
Georgia
Johnson.
Tech had against a ranked team or something like that.
I just want to see if Martavis Bryant went there.
I want to know the last time they want to beat a ranked opponent.
On that note, I think the NCAA is doing a good job actually like exploring and like just making that game in Europe. You know what I mean? Because I don't think college football is done.
Cool, but it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
Florida State traveled so well.
Yeah.
And
then just lost. Yeah,
I forget who it was in our friend group, but someone was so backing Florida State last year, and I was like, no, Alabama should be in.
Was it Alex?
And I know Jay agreed with me. Mm-hmm. Shout out Jay.
Yeah,
Jay knows guy. Yeah, Jay does know football.
And that's what I was saying.
Jay doesn't know much, but he knows college.
No, Jay knows a lot more than we all think.
No.
But when Jay backed me, when Jay backed me in the college football take, I was like,
this never happens.
I was like, I'm right. I was like, I'm definitely right.
Yeah. No, you're right.
That's always validation.
Jay doesn't really comment unless he's right. Like, if Jay doesn't know, he just doesn't say anything. So when he speaks, it's like, oh, Jay's on my side? All right, cool. I know I'm right. Or else he wouldn't have had any comment.
Right.
Jessica, any Georgia Tech news? If not, we can.
Yeah, the last time Georgia Tech beat a team ranked as high as number 3 was in the
40.
No, it was in they beat North Carolina in 2005.
2005.
2005.
Almost 20 years. No, yeah.
Not that bad though.
But you said 15 and I didn't believe you.
Yeah, but Florida State was number 10. And they beat Florida Gators in 2015 and they were ranked number 9.
Don't kill the fact, all right?
Oh yeah, we can't don't fact check. We don't fact
well, apparently they
check.
didn't because they said as high as
top
Florida
3
State was.
So,
it's top 3.
No, they also did. Yeah, in 2015 they beat number 9.
If you could just show them.
In 2023, technically, if you want to go down that route, they beat number 23.
Number 17.
Yeah, were they even ranked at that point?
Sorry, number 17.
23 really count. Anyway, Georgia Tech, huge upset in
also,
Ireland.
Martavis Bryant went to Clemson.
Really? Really?
No, I'm lying.
All right. Yeah.
We don't fact check here, so we just
Georgia Tech.
He went 2011.
All right, cool.
It's called Jessica's Wikipedia, and it's just fake news.
Jessica.
Abe, I'm throwing this next topic to you to intro and to run through. So good luck. Have fun.
So what I'll do is
I'll throw it back to you.
No, I'll switch it up. I just want to talk about one thing. I thought we were going to go cover it earlier, but
I missed it. NBA, I'm sorry.
This NBA contract. These numbers are just ludicrous nowadays. But Steph Curry, one of the most deserving players for what he has done for the game, just signed an extension for $62.6 million.
But for what though? Like, you need to spend that money and get an actual fucking player. You just lost Klay Thompson. It's retarded.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
It's an extension. So he's already on his contract, but it's just a 1-year extension. But like they're paying him out. I love it. I mean, it's Stephen Curry.
Yeah, but do the Tom Brady thing and be humble.
No, absolutely not. Did you see what he just did for Team USA? This guy's a true blue-blooded American.
So do they care about winning championships anymore, or they just want to just pay Steph Curry until he fucking just retires?
I would pay Steph Curry until he retires, man. Them championships.
So you're saying you won 3, you already won... Oh, yeah, they have 4, so like...
Oh, you want 5?
You want 5? Like,
with this
dynasty.
With this new media contract, that's probably fine. That's probably a low ball.
Yeah, that team is bad.
They'll be fine.
Horrible.
It's not a good team.
They'll be fine. $62.6 million.
Nah, dude. No, I'm so Team Alex on this one. It's actually crazy because, Abe, I love you and I want to back you any day of the week. But I just could not disagree with you more on this one. And I think it makes sense that Steph Curry does some funny things on the weekend that I just can't support. Like he did something recently at a recent convention. Do something about.
It was Democrat? Wow.
Whoa, hey, man. We don't do politics.
We will edit that out.
Yeah, we're going to cut that.
He's a lib.
But I don't know. Like me personally, I'm kind of with Alex on this one. Like he gave up Klay Thompson. Like it's almost like
you got to find someone else.
Yeah, you're just almost like full. Like, hey, guess what? Like we appreciate everything you did. So here's a bag.
Your
Which
second
is like
best
awesome,
player.
but it's like I texted you guys, and only you guys can vouch for this. Best point guard of all time. Like I'm with that, and I support that, and I still believe that. Like it wasn't just heat of the moment thing.
Yeah, I support that.
I think he's genuinely the best point guard of all time.
He's not an actual point guard.
Change the game.
Yeah,
okay, neither is LeBron.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Curry is.
I think a point guard as like Jason Kidd or like
yes, but I think
mean?
Curry passes like he has the assist resume to be considered a point
Yeah,
guard.
guess what?
It's like I'm sorry that
it doesn't matter. He's listed as a point guard. He's the best point guard of all time.
Yeah, but
like not to be that guy.
Like Steve Nash. Steve Nash was a killer 3-point shooter, but he shot like Curry.
Yeah, they're two different things, though. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I mean, he averaged like 15 points a game.
Steve Nash walked.
No, it's not.
Steve Nash walked.
How much do you think it is?
He was efficient. 18. Hey, he was efficient. I think the right word is efficient. Steve Nash was efficient.
Traditional.
Shooter.
It's like 18 and
sure,
like 12.
It was a different era of the game. So I'm not saying it's exactly
point
like Steph. I'm just saying like he was a point guard who passed exceptionally well, obviously. But he was knocked down from 3. And Steph has had seasons where he averages 6, 7, 8 assists.
Steph is so scoring
first.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. But
that's also the game.
You could say LeBron is score first because he's averaged more points than like Steph has.
14.3 and 8.
Yeah, but he played on bum teams and
the Suns are pretty good.
Steve.
And it was crazy.
The Suns are pretty good.
All right, but what's his 3-point percentage? 3-point percentage.
He's an efficient shooter.
42.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Great. That's really good.
It does say
that's really good.
Yeah. So the dude was knocked down from 3, but he's still a traditional point guard. And like, is Luka not a point guard?
Luka's a traditional point guard.
Okay, but he shoots.
Luka's less of a traditional.
He plays like Steph.
No.
Yes, he does.
Like James Harden.
Luka's like, I'm gonna pass,
but he's a point. Okay, that's even worse than Steph.
I just think of Steph as just like he's like, okay, how about this? He plays so much off ball. I just feel like he's just more of a shooting guard. He's just like a guard. Like Luka has the ball in his hands. He's making decisions.
Yeah.
A lot of times, Draymond Green's I'll say Draymond Green's more of a point guard or point forward than Steph Curry. That's a hot take, but think about it.
This is first and last episode. First and last
episode.
I agree with that.
Dude, Steph Curry is a point guard.
Yeah, he plays a position.
He's one of the best passers.
But I'm saying, like, mentality-wise, he's not a point guard. Draymond Green's more like...
He shoots because he's great at
No, just because he plays so much off-ball. It's like Rip Hamilton, kind of. He's off the off-ball swing.
Really quick, I think that
you're a great
player, Rip Hamilton.
I think that you're
like saying McCaffrey's a wide receiver. Because he's so good at receiving.
Exactly, but
he's a running back.
That's the exact point I'm about to make. I think you're stuck.
He runs the ball.
I think you're stuck.
Steph Curry passes the ball.
Anybody passes the ball in NBA, so it's kind of hard to say.
Steph Curry averages.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're stuck in what the NBA is now and what the NBA was. Like, now that is... I agree, and that's why I made the first point that
it's almost as close as you get to a point guard these days.
Let me ask you guys this.
That's what I was going to say. Really quick, can I just get through this?
Hurry up.
There's traditional point guards, which is like more old school, like Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Tony Parker. And now there's point guards of now today that are scoring now, and they're the best players in the NBA. Like Luka, like even put Kyrie in there, put Steph in there. Like, they're not traditional point guards, what you see.
Chris Paul's like the last of.
And that's it. And he's done. Let's just be real.
Out of the young guys right now in the NBA, is there any traditional point guards?
No, that's the point because the NBA is new now. It's better. It's more fun.
Rondo and Chris Paul.
Like Tyrese Maxey is a point guard, but like for me, it's
he's not. No, I mean that
you
I agree with
Max is a point guard.
I feel Maxey the way you feel about Steph.
Really?
Except I think
Maxey's less of a point guard than Steph Curry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel about Maxey the way he feels about Steph. I think Steph's a point guard.
I mean, yeah.
So like John Morant's a point guard. Dude, it used to be like Eric
John Morant's
a shooting guard.
I was going to make the same joke.
Joke of the night. Joke of the night.
I was really about to say John Morant's got to play. He's too busy being a shooting guard.
How did this seem? Oh, yeah, Steph Curry getting paid. Well, okay. Anyway, whatever. Steph Curry's a point guard, or he's not.
Best point guard of all time.
We've all made our points. I haven't made my take yet on the amount of money.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think they should spend it somewhere else?
They should have gave him more.
Yeah, I think
I
think they should have cut everyone on the team and given Steph the whole roster.
Like, give him the whole franchise.
That's what they're doing with that salary.
Well, yeah, actually, I was trying to make a joke, but that's essentially what's happening because they're not going to win. They don't have enough depth.
They can't sign anyone now.
I see what you're saying, but and I think Abe kind of made this point where it's like, well, we can't. We gave up Clay, and we don't have a replacement, and we need to spend this money to get to the minimum.
Yeah, at that point, you're putting Steph in purgatory for the rest of his career.
Yeah, he doesn't
trade
leave. No. Steph 100% said, I have 4 championships. I want to be a Mr. Warrior forever. Give me $63
That's another take for another podcast, but like, when is enough?
Never.
When is enough?
Depends who you're talking about.
Yeah,
like fucking Tobias Harris. I'm sorry I'm cursing, but Tobias Harris went to the Pistons for like whatever amount of money he got. Yeah. Like, he doesn't deserve that.
No, he doesn't.
And he's purposely picking the Pistons because he knows he's not going to win.
Because they're going to pay him.
Yeah, but the Sixers paid him $180 million.
He's good.
Yeah, so exactly. So aren't you good already? Go win. Go play for the fucking like.
Yeah, I'd
the
rather
Mavericks.
Win.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd rather win after making all that
like,
money.
When's enough?
Make money.
Yeah, I mean, none of us have that money.
But there is life afterwards. Like, life isn't all basketball.
You put in the stock market and you just whatever.
300-something million also didn't.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. But you're right. Like, after making $200 million. What's the difference between 60 or 54?
There's no more Kuth in the NBA.
$6 million.
That's why I will stop watching. I'm not watching.
Kuth? You're on strike 2 or 3 of never coming back.
There's no more Kuth in the NBA. That's why I'm not watching anymore.
He said something crazy earlier. Now he said Kuth.
I said Strider had a fat ass. Anyway.
Yeah. One more is out of here.
You had 3 strikes and you're going, brother.
Yeah. All right. Last topic, fellas. The U.S. Open. Yannick Sinner, who we talked about last podcast, he was caught doing PEDs. Allegedly, it was just due to a nice, firm rub down massage where the
Sean Watson,
where the oils or cream had steroids in them. But anyway, he got booed. I actually don't know what. It's not done yet.
No, it just started.
Yeah. What do you take? Like lidocaine? Like a lidocaine?
I don't know.
He blamed it on his masseuse. Yeah. And we were like, dude, what did they like? How hard did they rub you? Like, you tested positive for like pissing. Like, how?
He tested positive more than once.
Yeah, twice he tested positive.
That's bad.
So anyway,
he's number 2, right? He's number 2.
He's like
he was
1
number
and 2.
1.
Yeah, back and forth. But Alcaraz is number 1 right now.
Alcaraz is so good.
I think
Sinner might be 3 then. Oh, Sinner's 1?
I don't know. I don't know.
Alcaraz.
I don't know how quickly they update the rankings.
Okay.
Let's
see. He got booed. So that was to note, but like not much has happened so far because we'll cover it next time who won and what happened if anything. It was cool. Naomi Osaka. I don't remember. I was gonna say I don't understand. I don't remember.
What you say?
Osaka. She dressed like where she's from or like after like some sort of place in Japan. I forget. There was like green ribbons and stuff.
No, it was just a fly outfit.
It was definitely representing something.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was
just clean.
I'm gonna have to find it now.
I know her press conference was super dope though.
God,
I didn't see her press conference, but I know she's been struggling like tennis wise from coming back from having a kid, and like she was just like so like relieved.
That's exactly what her press conference was about, and then it was about last year how she didn't perform there.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool how she intertwined it all, and she was like, oh, I'm here now.
Right. And she was obviously former world number 1. She's won a bunch of tournaments and, like, just trying to get back to
still young.
Yeah. It's super tough. But like, yeah, I was excited to see her back and like being competitive, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it, but that outfit was definitely
because she got famous before Coco Gauff, right? Yeah, she was first.
She's great. She's won champ. They're probably similar age.
Yeah.
But yeah, her and Coco. I think Osaka represents Japan when she plays at the international level, right?
She was eliminated today.
Yeah,
she lost.
She lost to Karolina Mushova.
The Europeans, man.
Oh, this was
in the second round of an event where,
Oh, second round. Okay.
Second round.
I thought you meant like second set, like she got smoked.
She's ranked 88 now.
Osaka?
Yeah.
Dang, she
fell off.
Yeah.
She's not been playing well since she came back from having her kid.
Yeah,
and like she won her first
half.
match at the US Open, and it was sick.
I mean, that's green hanging off.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I want to figure out if it like represents the city. I swear it was like
no, it should just looks cool, bro. It should just look fly.
It definitely doesn't look that cool unless it represents something. It's just a big ass ribbon hanging off her back.
It's just clean.
It's cool, but it should mean I don't know, random if it doesn't mean something.
You're just a hater of drip.
Yes, I'm a drip hater. I don't know. Honeydews. Dude, the honeydews over the past 10 years has like doubled in price.
Yes.
And it covers the
whole payout for everybody, for boys and girls.
Dude, there's this drink, Jessica. It's called the honeydews. It's like a honeydew. You know honeydew, the green thing? Mm-hmm. It's an alcoholic beverage that includes that.
Really good.
And
it's got a Grey Goose in it. Shout out to
And they also scoop honeydew out of the honeydew fruit and they put it into the drink to make it look like tennis balls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, the amount of revenue they make from people buying that drink at the event at the US Open covers all of the winning they pay out to their tennis players. So then all the ticket sales and everything else you can imagine is profit.
It's a great drink. It's been very popular past
I mean,
years.
not clean profit.
They said it made $10 million last year alone.
It's sort of like
it's on pace to do crazy numbers again this year.
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of like in golf, like a John Daly or an Arnold Palmer.
Mm-hmm. Or a transfusion.
Yeah, it's like it just like represents golf overall. So like
I just love transfusions.
Yeah, he ordered me triple.
So did my dad, R.I.P.
Yeah, Luke, you brought that out of nowhere. Where did you learn that from?
What?
That fact about the honeydew.
About
honeydew, yeah.
What fact about the drinks?
Yeah.
That's right here on my agenda.
He drinks and he knows things.
Oh, nice.
It's right here on my agenda, and Abe wrote it about 6 hours ago.
Okay. I thought you wrote that out.
I saw it on Instagram though, because the price has gone up from like $12 to $24 in the past 10 years.
Yeah, if you were wondering, I'm assuming this has to do with recently her, like to your point of getting back from having a child recently. Mm-hmm. Her outfit is inspired by quote Lolita, Lolita, which harkens back the innocence of beauty of childhood.
Yeah, so no, that is not what I was thinking, and so I was just wrong. Thank you, Mike, for sharing that, beautiful. But I was just way off. Did not think it was about the beauty of childhood.
That was awesome. I love that bit of knowledge.
Yeah. Anyway, so Osaka just wore a green ribbon, and
she looked very cool. And
won, and it's in the beauty of childhood.
The beauty of childhood.
She should have wore the outfit tonight. No,
I thought she won.
She won the first match. She wasn't wearing that tonight. I wouldn't.
I'll say she.
Predictions, no clue.
But have you seen the video of the guy who's got two honeydeuces in his hands, and he's walking back to his seat in the crowd?
Oh,
he's about to hand off
the
second honeydeuce off to his wife, presumably. And like another guy comes in and just hands her a honeydeuce.
Can't trust these hoes, bro.
There's no context to it. It just cuts off right there, but it's absolutely hilarious. I want to know the full story.
Yo, Abe, could you hand me your keys, please?
Absolutely not. If there's anybody out there with the full context that was at the U.S. Open or just knows what happened,
I know you're listening, or like
just let us know. Because I need to know what was going on.
I really want honeydew now. Do they sell those drinks outside of the U.S. Open? I feel like we can get some somewhere. Like
you can make one.
It's
not gonna be the same.
I'm not paying 24 beans for it.
Oh, I pay 24 beans for that, dude.
You would,
dude? Come on, bro.
This guy's rich.
He's got money.
Yeah, this guy.
Hold some, Alex.
I'm actually on food stamps, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This guy's in leadership.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so
I have subordinates.
Gulag. I'm the gulag.
Sounds like I'm getting a new job.
Men's side,
don't work for him.
Men's side, women's side.
Work for me.
Who do you have winning singles for the U.S. Open?
Dude, Alcaraz all day, every day.
Okay, I mean, how do you not back him?
The Joker.
All right, we'll see.
The Joker.
Revenge tour.
And then
for who?
Djokovic.
He won the Olympics.
I think that Alcaraz wins. It's really like he's beat him before, and also Djokovic. If I am not mistaken, which I will fact check myself, I think I just read because I did not watch it. He just got through to the next round because his opponent got hurt, which he was already nervous of playing him.
Oh, he's probably fake injury.
How old is Djokovic now? 37?
Old.
37.
Like
37,
yeah. Dude, he's on paper to go. Isn't that crazy?
Alcaraz is just so good.
I don't want to admit that
he
because I'm so pro Nadal and Federer.
And by the way,
I love Federer.
I like Joe. Yeah, you seem like Pierre's Federer.
I'm a Nadal guy. I like Nadal.
I'm Nadal.
I meant I'm Nadal.
I like Nadal.
Yeah, I like Nadal too.
I'm such a Federer.
But dude, Djokovic on paper is actually
Federer's a fucking
not a tournament or an
Pierre
event that he
loves
has not won.
Yeah,
he's amazing. That's my GOAT tennis player.
Yeah.
And Sinner is number 1. The top 5 rankings are Sinner, Djokovic, Alcaraz.
Sinner's number 1.
Yes,
so he was right
always. When have I ever been wrong? But yeah, I've got Djokovic winning on the men's side, and then I've got Arina Sabalenka on the women's side going for the throne.
I pay attention more to the men's than I do the women's. So I don't have.
Oh, that's cool. Coco Gauff's number 3, and I feel like she hasn't been like playing.
So she actually won the U.S. Open last year, but like did
she win it?
Yeah, she was terrible in the Olympics. She lost so early.
Yeah.
But I want her to win, but I think I don't think she's going to do it.
I actually watch that tennis show, so like a few of these.
The Sinner's number 1, you said, and Alcaraz 2, and then Djokovic 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Alcaraz 3.
Alcaraz 3. Okay, interesting. I guess Djokovic winning the Olympics helped him a bit somehow. Anyway, that's enough for tennis. Pretty much the rundown. We'll have more next episode on what happens with the U.S. Open, but that's what's going on right now with the not so happy fans with Sinner, and then Osaka already out. Hopefully she bounces back from pregnancy. I don't know really how that works. It's like a torn ACL. You get pregnant, you're out for 9 months. More. Whatever.
This guy's sexist.
Yeah.
And this pod doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry for cussing.
It was fun.
Yeah, anyway, we made 11 episodes.
I'm on 1 and we're done.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is just about all we have.
Vote blue.
Alex, if our new guest could stop interrupting my outro. That's about all we had on the agenda. However, as everybody knows, we always like to outro with our 2-minute drill, where we go over anything that happened in sports or just for fun that we were not able to cover in today's agenda. We are capped at 2 minutes so that we do not keep us, but as you all know, we fail to do that every time. Who wants to lead us off today? All right. Avery, what do you have for us?
So I'm a huge fan of people that get sobriety. It's an awesome thing. And this sobriety that I want to talk about has come in sports. So this guy was on top of the world, okay? He went to the finals during the COVID time, I think 2021. But I would gladly announce that Chris Paul, CP3, the point god, is officially 3 years sober from the NBA Finals. So his quote is saying,
"Do you know that was coming?"
Chris Paul says he's addicted to playing in the NBA Finals. Now that I've got a taste of what that experience is like, I'm sort of addicted. So this man has curbed his addiction. This is amazing, amazing news, everybody. Let's all thank Chris Paul.
Good for Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, I'm so glad.
Sobriety's great, man.
Rehab was great, brother.
Sobriety looks great on you, brother.
I know the NBA Finals feels good in the moment, but addiction is never great. And for you to be 3 years sober off of making it to the NBA Finals, good for you.
Yeah, you will never win a championship, Chris Paul. How's that feel?
Everyone in this room is the same. You know, we never fell into that addiction of getting to the NBA Finals, and we never will. So
I would never fall into peer pressure at all.
No, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I didn't decide to play in the NBA, because I know that
you would get addicted. It happens so fast.
Yeah, that high from getting there is just unhealthy.
You have like 16-year NBA career, and then you find one touch of the NBA Finals, bro. You get addicted.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, shout out Chris Paul for his sobriety. Thank you, Abe, for your 2-minute drill. Who's hot to go next? Anybody?
I'll go next.
Oh, Jesse Furr.
And I want also I have a round of applause one, I feel like.
Okay.
So we did touch on Steph Curry, right? 62.59 technically million. He officially makes more than the Oakland Athletics entire payroll. Round of applause. They're at 62.57 million.
Yeah, Moneyball.
That's such a low ball.
That's not.
That owner for
That's
Oakland
actually, that's a great fun fact.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm going to not clap for that because that franchise is going in the gutter. You're a trash.
Why would you not clap for my no,
like, for you,
Yeah,
but that franchise is a fucking
hey man,
franchise.
We're pro cursing here, but you're really testing the limits. My mom listens to this.
I'm sorry, Miss Pam.
All right.
This happens in baseball though, and you can only go up from here. So
Scary money makes no money.
Trust.
Exactly.
You're talking to the right.
That's about to be my motto for the next few months.
Yeah. All right, Alex, Mike.
I have a really good one.
All right. Well, let's bring the.
Sorry,
mic
I didn't mean to
right
jump
over.
you.
Mike has a really good one. Hold on. All right.
So Jason Tatum was in an interview recently. I'm pretty sure it was literally today. And he got asked about his weird rhythm, essentially, and like not making a jump shot in the Olympics. And his response was, I know I didn't make a jump shot when I was with Team USA. I don't know the law of averages. It's a weird rhythm thing being with Team USA. You never exactly know when you're going to get the ball. But that's part of it. You sign up for that because I've done it before at the Tokyo Games. In my opinion, it's just a victim card. And like, I'm sure we all know here, I'm not a big fan. I feel like Alex knows that above all people that I hate the victim card more than anyone.
You just want to tell Jason Tatum to shut up.
Yeah, and it's just like, I hate to be this guy, but like LeBron's the GOAT, KD's one of the best scorers of all time. You're not going to play over Steph, and it's like, where else are you going to play? Not to be that guy, but like, I think he's just on a championship high, and maybe
don't make it about you being in like a weird situation. Just like there were better players on the team.
Yeah, but Ant Edwards isn't as good as Tatum.
I'm happy to be part of a great team that won a gold medal, and I'm so happy to play for my country. I'm so happy to wear my country's colors.
No matter how much I contribute.
No matter what.
Yeah. You said something interesting there.
Yeah, Tatum is better than Ant Edwards. Ant Edwards is more, I guess, electrifying and more TV worthy, but Tatum is a better all-around player than
I would
Ant
say
Edwards.
maybe on paper, but for what Team USA needed, Edwards was happy to just be that explosive person, either off the bench or in the starting lineup, and was so happy to be like, KD's the man, LeBron's the man, Steph's the man. I'm not saying Tatum wasn't that, but he seemed to struggle being the fourth, fifth option. Like struggle in the sense that like there was nothing to offer. And Edwards was like, for the Timberwolves, I'll be the one. And for Team USA, I'll play like I'm a one, but I know I'm not. So like I'll just do the things that I'm best at.
So you're kind of saying that he's kind of a soft prima donna, where like he doesn't know how to play with
no, he knows. Oh, Jason Tatum, 1,000,000%. I'm actually like you said. You're not here to say he's not about that.
Yeah,
I am 1,000,000 bajillion.
I can see it.
% here.
He plays a tough guy.
Jaylen Brown would have performed better with Team USA.
I agree.
Derek White performed better with Team USA.
I agree. I take my
Jason Tatum's a cancer because he doesn't know how to play his role on a great team.
Yeah.
I think if I'm starting a franchise
I
and
agree.
I have one season to play, I think Tatum gets drafted maybe before Edwards.
Yeah, but
Mike is his name.
Michael J.
I knew I never liked you. I don't even want to hear your point.
He wanted to call you Jason Tatum so bad.
I'm sorry.
He said Jason Tatum's point.
But to Mike's point, I think like he's
My
like a
name's
soft.
Mike, not Mark.
He's a soft prima donna where like he acts like he's like humble and everything, but low key he wants the attention.
Yeah.
Like the whole Kobe thing. Like come
He's
on.
an OnlyFans chick. He wants to be in the center of the spotlight.
And then say he's not.
I agree.
Yes.
And Jaylen Brown, I think, is a better all around player than
No,
I will die on a hill on that. Jaylen Brown.
Wait. So you're saying that Jason Tatum? This is a different conversation.
Yeah. See, now you're calling him Jason Tatum.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm saying. No.
Yeah, everybody Jason Tatum.
No, I'm saying you're saying Jason Tatum's a better all around player than Anthony Edwards, but then you're saying Jaylen Brown's a better all around player than Jason Tatum.
I like Jaylen Brown. So
Jaylen Brown's better than Anthony Edwards.
1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 in this room.
No, literally
yes,
that's what you just said.
Not in this room. But if I was starting an NBA franchise, I would
take
pick
Anthony Edwards over any one of them. Yes, I agree.
Edwards is so young as well.
Over Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Yes,
I wouldn't.
We haven't seen Jaylen Brown on his own team yet.
That's fair. Jaylen Brown's a great player, but he's
Jaylen Brown is not Jaylen Brown on any other team.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
If Jaylen Brown on the Warriors would be amazing.
Oh my God, with Steph?
Yeah.
I think he'd be the first.
We've already done this.
We've already done this because the NBA statement you're about to say ever.
I mean, the dude's getting old. He's gonna plateau at some point.
He just did what he did in the Olympics. He's the best point guard of all
against
time.
fucking plumbers.
Hey man, that's the best in one sentence.
The best plumbers in Africa.
That's your favorite player.
Who?
Jokic.
No,
Wembyana.
He's playing with plumbers. Jameis Christ.
That was an absurd statement.
What?
Dude, he's playing against plumbers.
I would take Edwards over Jaylen Brown.
Compared to what he's playing against
that Olympics was pretty legit.
Yeah.
They had 63 NBA players outside of the U.S. this Olympics. 63.
Yeah.
Jordan had 14.
You're just saying things to say things.
Team Canada.
It's just crazy.
Team Canada had what's his face starting? Dylan Brooks.
So now you're talking about Team Canada.
So did the Grizzlies. They made the playoffs.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about Serbia and Team France now. Like you're bringing up games that happened in the beginning that didn't matter. Don't talk over me. I was making my point first.
Listen, Jason. All right, Jason, relax. Okay.
Over him.
Anyway, I'm saying that the whole point was, Steph played really well in the Olympics. He wasn't playing against NBA talent.
Yes, he was.
Factually, he was.
Dude, but it wasn't like a little bit. It wasn't like he played okay. The numbers, the numbers weren't 60, but you got to understand, which I'm sure you do, that there's way less minutes to be played, and there's way more players to be passed to, and he still put up 30 bombs. Like, it was crazy.
So you guys don't think Steph's going to plateau within the next 2 years?
Absolutely.
It's not even. It's also not even.
He's already out of his
That's what I was saying.
No, that's not what you said. You said Jaylen Brown would be the number one option on the Warriors. That's what you said.
I finished my sentence.
Oh,
no,
I had to finish my sentence.
In 3 years
crazy
from now.
how you back.
In 3 years from now, that's what he was going to say.
Yeah, in 3 years from now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. If Jaylen Brown in 3 years
I just like a dark-skinned man playing
basketball. And when
basketball.
his career's over, yes, he would also not be on the Warriors.
All right, well, that's great because you're up for 2-minute drill. So if you have anything for us that we didn't
I just want to say
cover.
props to Jerry Jones to get CeeDee Lamb's contract done. Like, he saved that franchise's whole year. Because without CeeDee Lamb, that team's not doing anything. Who do they have as weapons?
You see what Dak said recently, actually?
What did he say? No, I didn't know. I didn't hear what he said.
That's good.
Dak straight up came out and he was like, I take what Jerry Jones says with little weight. Like,
no way he said that.
Yeah.
Dude, Dak's gone
after
today. Dak's gone after this year.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just told you not to cut me off, but
I'm just proud of Jerry Jones putting his pride aside and getting a good deal done. He's the second highest paid receiver right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he set his pride aside because he paid him as much as he could.
I mean, but he didn't make them the highest paid receiver. I think he should be.
Yeah,
I think CeeDee's better than
than
Jetta's.
I don't know if
you don't think so.
Shame on him.
No, I don't think. Whoa, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah,
so close.
They're 1A and 1B.
Yeah,
but
and like there's more. Like Chase and Tyreek, they're all. It depends like who their quarterback is.
Yeah, and like
I would take any of them.
Yesterday, you were telling me about like Rico Dowdle. Like, why are we talking about Rico Dowdle now? Like that team.
Rico, I know. Rico Dowdle in the 12th round.
I know, but like that's like their second best option on offense now.
Dowdle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you making fun of me? Why are you making fun of me?
No, how am I hammered?
Ferguson is their second. But Dowdle...
Ferguson's a stud.
Dude, Dowdle is a great fantasy draft pick. There's no way Zeke and Cook make it through the season. There's no fucking chance.
Yeah, but the whole point was...
It's an opinion thing.
He saved that year of signing CD, and I'm proud of Jerry.
Dude, Jerry's a...
He is a scumbag.
It's a good signing.
But I just don't think they have any weapons. And
I'm not surprised that you're saying you're proud of Jerry.
What's wrong with that?
You love rich white men.
I do like white men. Spencer Strider.
Nice glutes.
But yeah,
you're pushing the third strike here. If you say
I've been on like 6 strikes.
If you say you like Jerry Jones one more time.
No, I just think I didn't think it was going to get done. So props to him. They're still going to be third in the division. I think it's going to be Washington, Eagles, Washington, Dallas.
Nick Wright had Eagles at third, which I think is
Nick Wright has just a big nose. That's all he has.
He's a hater.
All right. Anyway, good 2-minute drill. Little controversial, just because this show doesn't love giving props to Jerry. So
yeah, I mean I'm an Eagles fan. Go Birds.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to read out a little bit of a list. So. This is MLB hits leaders by the age of 26. Or sorry, everyone who has had 3,000 hits in the MLB, which is like a milestone. If you don't know, it's like scoring
Mr. 3K
25,000 points in the NBA, or I don't know how many touchdowns or yards, but it's very tough to have 3,000 hits. So, a couple examples. By age 26, Ty Cobb already had 1,600 hits. A-Rod had 1,300 and some change. Ripken had a little over 1,000. Ricky Henderson had a little over 1,000. Pete Rose had 900. Willie Mays had 900. What I want to share this because the coolest thing about this list is that number 30, at age 26, people who eventually had 3,000 hits, Ichiro Suzuki.
Love that guy.
Listen to this though.
Guess how many hits he had by age 26 and eventually got to 3,000. Yeah, Mike, you go first.
In the MLB.
By 26.
By 20
under the NBA.
Just no.
You're hammered.
Just answer.
1,700.
1,700. Alex?
1,400.
Jessica?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
She's better with the mortgage, dude.
Ave?
0.
Ichiro Suzuki had 0 hits in the MLB at age 26, and he still hit 3,000. He's the only player ever to have 3,000 hits in the Japanese Major League and in the Major League Baseball American League.
Absolutely.
He had 3,000 hits in both professional leagues because he got 3,000 and then turned 26 and transitioned over to the MLB and hit 3,000 hits from age 26 to whatever, 39. Unbelievable career from Ichiro Suzuki. Absolute cannon of an arm. Yeah, what a player. I love Ichiro Suzuki. His jersey, I promise you, will eventually be up on this wall with Randy Johnson, both number 51, by the way. 2 legends. Love Ichiro, love Randy.
One of the few guys that survived in Seattle as well.
Yeah, with Ken Griffey.
I was going to bring him up when we talked in the beginning of the father-son debate, but then I was like, we're talking about
Yeah, no, that's a good.
Who do you guys pick for that one?
Tiger and Charlie Woods.
Ooh, yeah. Because LeBron's son. So.
Yeah, another F-bomb.
I was going to say, this guy is
He's pissed.
I'm honestly the most soft-spoken man off camera. Just when I'm with my guys.
He's nervous.
Yeah.
He's nervous.
He's
He's
nervous.
nervous. He's off camera, but he's nervous.
2 comments before we end this.
All right, good.
These are my extras.
Yeah.
But this is for Jess. Your girl, Yona Maher.
I almost added this.
Okay.
Smash.
SI Swimsuit Edition.
Looking good.
Yeah. I sent you guys that DM yesterday.
I mean,
she's a rugby player.
Yeah.
She's got good girth. It's funny.
The shape is weird. But
yeah. She's cool though. She's cool. Yeah.
I respect
Her
that.
back looks like Alex's back.
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
it's probably
Get on camera real quick. Yeah. Take your shirt off and come here.
Absolute beast. And then Kelsey Brothers signed a $100 million podcast
With
deal.
Pfizer? Sorry, it was just a little Travis Kelce. I thought that would get more.
Wait.
Nobody. All right,
No,
never
he
mind.
literally already has one.
That was a good one, Luke.
Thanks. No, Travis Kelce's like.
And then
whatever.
Caitlin Clark for president.
Wait, I didn't actually hear what Abe said.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on!
The
Abe,
Kelce brothers
What's
signed
up?
$100
okay,
million.
okay. I saw that. With
Spotify?
Amazon.
I have no idea.
With
But
Amazon.
No, it's Amazon.
I just look at the money. I don't really look
Mike
at
tried to steal the thunder. Alex said Amazon first.
I was confirming.
All right, Mike was confirming. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I have no idea how long this episode was.
3 hours.
Could be 3 hours. I'm gonna guess 2 hours 37 minutes. We'll see after editing.
I want to say a quick shout out to Mike for driving over here.
What a beast! On a whim,
He's a
by
great
the way.
listener to the podcast. I'm not that good of a listener, so shout out to Mike. Great friend. Great brother.
Actually, the outro is my part, so I'm gonna do that.
It's actually what I
And
can hear.
I would like. I'm just gonna thank Mike for joining us today. Unbelievable appearance out of him on a whim. Just decided to come over like an hour before the podcast. Comes in, great extra. Might have to come back every single show. Alex too decided he got bored. Decided to come in halfway through the show.
I love downstairs.
Awesome input. He lives here. He's been hearing us through the floors for weeks and just wanted to join. Thanks to Abe and Jessica always, and thanks to all of you for listening. We will see you next time. Thank you all for sharing the bands with us.
see you.